Just like that. Right back at you on a Wednesday night. We were just here on Monday for Live from the Basement, but this is Wednesday. This is the Hump Day edition of Outlaw Radio. And I am Kevin Barnes, militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, but in some circles they call me the world-class smartass. And I'm happy to be called that as long as you spell it right. Welcome to Outlaw Radio. Hard. We're going to talk about it tonight. What am I talking about? Outlaw Radio, hard. Share the show. I'm not alone. I got my co-host with me. One of my co-hosts with me. Mr. Carter, man, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm all right. Man. I'm still in the race. You know what I'm talking about? Still running, one foot after the other one. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the culture teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama, there go the CMOS, man. Yeah.
Black business in the building, man. Y'all support this, man. House of Vitality, Nature's Nature Herbs and Supplements. You multitasking, man. You're multitasking. And if you have a business, I think people get it twisted. This show is very opinion based, right? It's like an editorial. It's kind of a lot of information pass. But it's opinion based. That doesn't mean we wouldn't love to sponsor your event or your product or your movement or your movie or what, all the different things people have come on and promoted, and it was all good and it was all love. Teamwork makes the dream work, y'all. And if you have an opinion that you would like to get out here, I would encourage you to just call the line 262-202-5131. That's how we do it. And there's a chat room. It's always popping. More than one way to skin a cat on Outlaw Radio, man. Erica Hunt, I see you, my sister. How you doing? How you doing? Y'all hit us up. Share the show. It's Outlaw Radio. Hard tonight. Do I need to say pause, Kamar? I say hard.
Yeah, man, you ain't got to say pause.
Okay. I ain't got to say pause. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, everybody know you married, you know what I mean? And I'm taking, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, hey.
But that don't mean, that don't mean,
solid.
Ain't no down low type shit over here. It's not happening, man. Let me see. Mr. Solid. Moore, what it do, man?
Man, why I didn't get my link? What's that, Dr. Carter, man? See how the Negro Whisperer treat me, man? I'm so tired of being mistreated around here, bro.
Did I not send it? I thought I sent it.
No, you did not.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, my bad.
You can send it now, though. Thank you. You can send it now.
Well, hold on. Okay, well, what time you gonna be there?
I'm here now. What you mean? What you mean, motherfucker? I have some announcements, man. Some major announcements. I think I need to be on. Then I'm gonna bounce.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it. We'll see what I do. Bro. Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Okay, man. Whatever. All right, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Shout out to Sean Moore. Kamar, it's been a week, man. It's been a week.
Oh, yeah, it's still a weekend.
From Monday to Wednesday, it's been I see a lot of things, man. I hear a lot of things, right? And I because of what we do, I feel like we get a lot of reactions and opinions, and people, contact me who listen to the show and they say certain things. They give me their opinions, which I appreciate. So when I start thinking about hard, what is hard? Like how we use this word hard. I want to talk about that tonight, and it links into keeping it real. It leans into being, I'm so real. I keeps it real. I keeps it a buck. Hard. I'm tough, or I'm hardened by my life and what's happened. We're gonna talk about that tonight, along with a bunch of other shit. Y'all would be a fool not to listen to most of the show if you can't listen to the whole show. Anything spectacular happened to you since we've been on Monday, man? I mean, all things considered. How's the week been going?
Hey, man, I woke up 2 days in a row. You know what I mean? Got a chance to get it in some more.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? That's great in itself. You know what I mean? I got a I got some stuff coming up this week though. I definitely do. Hey, and if anybody out there free Friday, all day long, we're gonna be at the Baird Center. It's going down. I'll be with the Chamber of Commerce. If you got a black business, come down there, find out how you can get some of this money. I ain't lying to y'all. They giving this money out. Hey Kev, we talk about all the time, man, about different organizations that get this funding and don't do what they supposed to do with the money. We was just talking about MPS. You know what I mean? But I encourage all black businesses to find out where the Chamber of Commerce is going to be at. Friday, we're going to be at the Beer Center. But just link up with them, man, and figure out how you can get some of this money. You could come get in this boot camp, and they offering $1,000 towards your business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, they really passing this money out. And black folks, we need to be taking advantage. So
I see them doing a lot. I see a lot of events. I see Courtney works with them, right? Shout out to the Juice Lady.
Look at that. See them talking about their jobs. You know what I'm talking about?
Ewok in the building. Shout out to Ewok and AZ. Ewok is a man. Ewok is a faithful Outlaw Radio person, man. I gotta give it up for Ewok, man. Ewok is always riding with the show. I want to, I have a condolences, man, because the homie Day Day, man, he lost his son. And I never met his son, but I know Day Day. Day Day is a real good dude, man. We did a lot of great business. Kamar, you remember when I first had the apparel?
Yeah, I remember.
It's like coffee mugs. Huh?
I said, yeah, oh yeah, I know Day Day.
Oh, yeah, of course. What am I thinking? Right, Day Day. So yeah, he he had coffee mugs, bandanas. I sold everything that he was making for me. And we did some business for a minute together, man. And shout out to y'all who's rocking with the Outlaw Radio apparel then. That was years ago. But yeah, man, condolences, man. I heard he lost his son. Man, I hate to hear it, man. And I don't there's a young brother, man, from the pictures that I seen. Sean Moore should be here, so I'm sure Sean will have more information, or I know Sean would like to give condolences because I know Sean got love for Day Day too.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then we know that there was another, what they say, mass shooting in Las Vegas today at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. So 3 people lost their lives. Shooter down, dead, deceased. I don't know. I was looking on the USA Today, and I didn't really see whether he killed himself or they killed him. Just that the shooter was deceased. And, like I said, 3 people killed. Man, mass shootings in the United States, we had so many of them this year. And I didn't even bring all the statistics. But there was a lot. I think in the hundreds. It's crazy. And they define it as, when 4 or more people are killed by active gunmen. Dion in the building. What up, Dion? Fool. Dion a fool. Yeah, man. So condolences, man, and prayers, man. Once again, this is why I want to do this thing with Eddie Silas and Eagle Eye Shaw so bad, Trigger Happy TV. Because I think people of color in particular need to become more aware of how to really protect themselves and legally protect themselves through utilizing firearms, because they would have you believe that most of us have felonies, on our record, and we can't, obtain them at the rate that they do. And I mean, when I say they, I'm talking about all those little splinter group militia type crazies out there, neo-Nazis who are making these little factions that think, oh, we're going to do this. One day we're going to go do this to black people. We, one of the issues we've always had in this country is we just didn't never get strapped right. We never really got the guns. One thing about Native Americans, they were eventually vanquished. Can I use the word vanquished without it sounding bad? I mean, but that's what happened. They were vanquished by the Europeans with their guns. But the one thing they did in learning how to fight back is they got a hold to them same guns. Because at first they realized, man, we got bow and arrows. Not being stereotypical, we got spears and bow and arrows. We're not utilizing gunpowder to shoot metal projectiles, which is what they were doing. So the Native Americans got them some guns. Every time they killed some soldiers, they took their guns. So now you got a bunch of them armed running around with Henry rifles. Ultimately, we know what happened. But my point is, I think black people need to adapt to that mentality. If you can legally and responsibly own a firearm in America and you're a person of color, I think you should get one.
Yeah,
But you understand them
too bad.
and to know how to handle it, how to really be a sensible gun owner and a safe gun owner, even if you're armed out in public, with your carrying concealed. It's very important. So be on the lookout for Trigger Happy TV. Because in instances like this, if you're a person of color and it's a mass shooting, you can say, dude, don't worry. We straight if he come in here. Because I got my shit too. Or at least I got a fighting chance. So, we're gonna wait. Capo, are you ready? I see you.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Okay.
Can I get an announcement or something?
I mean, yeah, it seemed like you was already doing it. You was already talking.
Oh, my bad.
It's already announced.
What up, Professor Real?
Peace.
I ain't even calling you Dr. Carter after the other night. What up, Bull?
What up?
Wow.
What up, KB? Fire starter.
Kevin. They call me Kevin.
Oh,
that's
Kevin.
my real
Okay.
name. I don't know if people know that. That's not a rap name.
Yeah. That's your government.
My name is actually Kevin, right? Like, and the funny part is there was no black Kevins when I was growing up. Now it's like everybody named Kevin. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck happened? Can I, what's going on with you, man? Enough about me. What's going on with you?
So, today I acquired my office. I'm in the Eden building, the old Eden building on the 7th floor. So people have a place to come and speak to me privately if they need some assistance. And myself, Thule, and Bozy will be starting our podcast. Thanks to you. Thanks to Outlaw Radio, man, for the motivation. We're gonna start it Tuesday.
Wait.
Tuesdays will be.
Wait, Bozy. What? Did you say Bozy?
Yes.
This is gonna be must see TV. Cuz gonna be on the podcast. Okay.
Yes. Right. And it's gonna be Tuesdays at Lounge 340. Tuesdays Lounge 340. Come sip and talk. We just want to continue with trying to control the narrative when it comes to us and our excellence as foundational Black Americans, man. So, I want to thank you, Real Kamar, man, for the motivation. And yeah, man. So, let's continue in this outlaw shit. You know what I mean? And bring truth to the people.
So, when is this gonna be on?
Tuesday, we're looking to do the first episode coming live from Lounge 340. And Thursdays, we're probably gonna come on a little bit earlier so that we don't run over into the business of Lounge 340. But Tuesdays it'll be 7 to 9.
Okay.
And it'll be live. The bar will be open. We want people to come down, get in on the conversation, right? Let's continue to have real conversations. We do it on Mondays and Wednesdays. Sayer doing it during the day. Let's do it throughout the week, though, right? Let's give people good content where they can interact and let their voices be heard.
Okay. And what's the name of this? What is the name of this gonna be?
Tuesdays is sip and talk, sip and talk with Thule, Bozy, and She Me, right?
That is the longest title in the history of niggerdom. Like, who's the creative genius behind this, right?
It's sip and talk. Your host and co-host are you such an asshole, but it's sip and talk, right? It's sip and talk. real, I want to get some of your wines
There you go.
and
Okay.
promote that as well. It doesn't have to be sipping liquor, right? We want to sip some of them ginger shots too. You know what I mean? We want to promote us, man, just like y'all do. And I think we can continue to do it. And instead of it being 2 nights a week, and whenever Sair is on during the day, we can start to take over the airways, man, with some truth for the people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
good. I'm gonna be checking that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be checking for that. Ewok is in the chat room. He's still going at he said hole in the wall and he just laughing emojis. He's not letting up on hole in the wall. Ewok is not letting up on it.
I still ain't seen
Listen,
it yet.
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people out here checking us out.
it is. Wow.
We talked about hole in the wall last week. And so if you're from the city and you saw that movie, what was your opinion? Please let me know. 262-202-5131 or get in the chat room. Share the show. What else you got, Sean? What else you got? Because I'm about to kick you off.
Like I just said, just acquired the office today. Partnered with Voices of Milwaukee. Working on this summit. Continue to work to help families get justice. Challenge and address the direction of our city and our youth, man. So yeah, we just trying to work, bro.
That's what's up, man.
We just trying to work.
That's what's up. That's good. That's good looking, man. I love to see brothers.
And I need to do one more thing. I need to do one more thing, man. When I came on Monday, I put the disclaimer out that I was going through something, dealing with them, deaths in my own
I just
family
shouted out Day, by the way.
family.
I just shouted out Day, by
Yes,
the
sir.
way. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Those deaths in our family, and I was on edge. And, I apologize to the audience, man, for allowing, for that part of me to be seen, right? For allowing that to come out, that frustration that I was feeling with those losses and that pain. I could have did better. So
yeah, you might want to apologize to the sister too, though, right?
I said I'm apologizing to everybody.
Yeah, but you didn't say the sister specifically, like, because you cussed her out. So I would think that you would apologize to her too. Since
I didn't cuss her out.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
What would you consider that? Just a very light
I
verbal
said
joust?
a couple curse words. I said a couple curse words. I say that every show. Listen, I apologize for my reaction.
There you go. It's all good.
Right. I apologize for my reaction. However, the response, which I believe, and I may be wrong, right? But that response was something that was being pulled out, right? It's unfortunate that we continue to come on shows and bash each other. And like I said, man, I apologize for my reaction.
We got you. I ain't gonna milk you. It's all good.
Well, I ain't gonna let you.
Shout out to Ruben Anderson, man. What's going on, Ruben? How you doing, my brother? Peace to Paris LaShawn in the chat room as well. From the Mile High Income and Migrant Flooded City. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, right, in the Revolutionary Agenda. Tiarsha Arthur, she said, good evening, Kevin, Kamar, Rail, Sean, and the Outlaw family. That's y'all. That's y'all who listening, right? I don't know if y'all know who we talking to. Mama Jenkins, how you doing, Mama Jenkins? She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. Let's make it do what it do. Let's learn today. Sean and the gang are working on the impacts of Milwaukee information. Okay. Let's just said thank you to you. Hey man, that is That's dope. Like I said, it's good to see brothers, you know, getting it
What
right,
y'all
man.
should say?
I know
What
I
y'all should
skipped over
say?
it. She said, "Thank you, Sean and Tufo Sean, for the apology." She gives you no air, right? She gives you no air. Tufo Sean. Um, MC Tone, he said, "I apologize for being so damn smooth." There you go. There you go. There you go. Only thing he's sorry about, he too goddamn smooth. Earl Henning, he said, "What to do, my brothers? Must love us." Yes. And
Yes.
and that
Yeah.
kind of kicks off where I wanted to start, but I wanted to pick up where we left off the other night because we didn't discuss the Chauvin stabbing. Derek Chauvin, the officer who infamously had his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck a few years ago, which set off the whole. If you all remember, this whole, things went up in smoke, right? Like but all over the country, right? It was crazy. He's in prison, and he was apparently stabbed 22 times. I didn't really understand the explanation of it, in that they were saying he was stabbed by somebody who that they either are identifying this with the Black Hand criminal organization or the Black
Yep.
Lives Matter movement.
No, so let me give you some clarity to this, right? It's a Latino that's part of a Mexican gang,
The Black
and
Hand.
the
Okay.
Black Hand said, because of the reason was, he was thinking about Black Lives Matter and this Black Hand and some historic moment or something, and that's what preempted this.
Okay.
My thing is, don't you the one did that shit, right? Black Lives didn't make you do that shit. Black Lives Matter didn't make you do that. Maybe Black Hand did, but don't put that shit off on us.
Right.
Take your own responsibility.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I seen people celebrating. They were like, "Yeah, this is what he gets. This is what he deserves." We always talk about crime and punishment on the show. The prisoners deserve to be treated with integrity and protected and kept safe. But then people say, "Well, yeah, I'm happy it's a holiday. He got stabbed 22 times." So sometimes it's just kind of like where you at? Where we really at with this? With crime and punishment. I can't say I'm sad that he was stabbed. I mean, I'm one of those people who believes in karma. I believe karma is real, and so I believe that when certain things you do, you ultimately will pay for them if you live long enough.
Right.
And so it is what it is for me. It's like, okay, if I watch a football game and the refs make a bad call for one team, but then they make a bad call for the other team, and they both was blatant, I say it evened itself out. Yeah. each one of y'all got help at one point. So I'm not mad that he got stabbed. He didn't die, but to live and be tortured and stabbed up and sore and not feeling well, I can't say I'm disappointed in that either. I think he deserves that for what he did to the brother. Yeah. So that's how I feel. Anybody else feel any certain kind of way about Chauvin? Do you feel relieved? Are you like, yes, black people won? Do you feel as excited?
I don't feel no kind of way. I just feel like, you know what I mean, karma find its way back to you.
There you go.
It ain't, you know what I mean? Karma and revenge ain't mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like we're not as excited as we were, say, during the Montgomery brawl. Black people felt energized. It was like, yes, now that was good to see. We ain't walking around happy about this shit. Like, I don't think we care. And I'm speaking for us, and I usually don't do that. But.
No, it's really just another chicken that has come home to roost.
Oh, okay.
He got what he had.
Okay.
Like you said, the world will balance itself, brother.
There you go.
It will balance itself.
There you go.
And that's the balance. And he may have more coming. We don't know.
You reap what you sow. That's the moral of this story.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
Tiarsha Arthur, she says, Have you seen the movie Too Much Sugar for a Dime, a Milwaukee Story? I actually have seen that movie. I seen it when it was first released. I jumped right on Instagram, reached out to the brothers who are behind the movie. I spoke with the younger, with who he said he was the younger brother of the two, because the older brother's the lead in the movie. He said he actually is the writer. He said he would come on. They would come on Outlaw Radio. They would rock with us. They would let us talk because the movie's actually pretty good. So, and this is what I'm saying about A
Okay.
Hole in the Wall. If you look at this movie and you look at that movie, they're both obviously low budget movies set in Milwaukee. I do understand one's a comedy and one's not, but it's really done pretty well. So it's a pretty good movie. It's on Tubi right now. It's called Too Much Sugar for a Dime, a Milwaukee Story. And so they never, after that, I guess they just was like, well, we don't want to go on Outlaw Radio. I don't know. They never said that else to me. The brother was like, yeah, we're just gonna call you and have a meeting when we're coming on. And then I heard nothing. So that's why I haven't talked about the movie, to tell you the truth. That's it.
You know, eventually, people that are making moves in Milwaukee, they're gonna have to come on something, right? I really see, Outlaw growing, the Outlaw family growing, and before
He's
long,
been
man,
on some other stuff. I've seen him on some other stuff.
yeah, I'm talking about coming on stuff that we're a part of, though. I
don't chew my gum but once. I only chew my gum one time.
I don't even like gum.
Well, I said me. I didn't say I shared it with you. I didn't even ask you, did you want a piece? I just said I don't chew mine. But well, see, that's in your mind. That I wasn't even. That ain't even where I was at with it. I'm just saying. I told them to come on. I invited them. We spoke. They said they would come on. Should I do a follow up and say, hey, after 2 months, are you still coming?
No.
When they get around to it, it's a great movie. Go watch the movie. It's a dope movie.
I always say this, man. When I try to rock with you, if I'm trying to rock with you and you don't fuck with me, when you ready, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Bottom line, man. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about, nothing to get upset about, because you gonna come holler. You gonna want to come holler.
If they had, one thing I hope that is that movie gets some traction and is successful. And if they have had the kind of support for it through whatever avenues they use, more power to them. Now I seen them on a couple. Well, I seen them on one other podcast from here, and I said, okay, well that's what's up, But he said his brother. He said his brother was in a meeting, so maybe that's who. And his brother was probably like, nah, I'm rocking with them. But see, if you have a movie or a book or an album or a store, you should be on as many outlets as possible. Right. So, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to them brothers. So that was my answer. And I'm going through the chat room. Dion said that nigga didn't get stabbed. He got poked. He said, believe that a motherfucker get stabbed 22 times. He gonna pour out. Yeah, they didn't say what he got jugged with. It's like, was this a toothpick or was this like a plastic fork? They didn't say. And it might be a little sauce on it. I just know that when I was reading the article, they were talking about how the media, like the jail wasn't quick to report it. Like they was trying to keep it on the low, and they were saying it was hard to get information and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it don't seem like the jail cared much. Like, who gives a fuck? Joey Phillips, peace and love, Outlaw family. Sean, we all have those days. It takes a man to stand up and apologize. Much love, Capo of the streets. There we go, man. There we go. That comes from my big brother, Joey Phillips. That's my big bro. My OG, triple OG, right? But he's right, Sean. And I wasn't expecting you to, normally you asshole, and you always asshole. But that was cool. You kind of threw me on that one. You was like, okay, I'm gonna not be an asshole for like 15 seconds. Then you jump right back in. So shout out to you. You gotta
stay consistent, bro. Consistent.
Yeah. Bullshit never stops.
You know it.
My aunt, that's right. My aunt L. Bay Booker. There you go, Sister Booker. My aunt, you heard how I hit that running? My aunt. I said, that boy said my aunt. She said, karma is real. Yes, it is. Listen, You see people, man. You see people like who've done these crazy, crazy things, and if they live long enough, it's just wow for them. You're like, damn, he got cancer in every part of his body at the same time. He got finger cancer. Like, man, how does he? And it comes back on you, man. And that's why you got to put out as much good as you can. All right, you got to try to be good at least. It's not. I'm not saying you can do it. I'm just saying try a little bit. Ewok said he should have died. A lot of black people feel that way. A lot of black people, like most black people say, well, oh, he didn't die. Oh, well, that ain't shit. You see what Dion just said? He just got poked. Sister Booker said he's not gonna die. He's gonna suffer a long life. Right. Erica Hunt said ill. I don't know who she's illing. Mama Jenkins said my comment on that stabbing was against policy, so I will give my opinions later. These sissies are full of shit. Yeah, they get at my chat room, man. Like people really be getting flagged for stuff they saying in the chat room. It's crazy. And I don't know because I'm never putting anything in there, but Facebook is like that in general. I think I put up I used to put up a picture that had like it was called Coon Flakes. It was like some fake cereal, and it had like a white dude in blackface on it, and it said Coon Flakes. And I used to put it up, especially when white people. Scott Epstein used to say dumb shit to me all the time, and always tag me in these stupid ass white racist posts. So I used to put like white people in blackface and shit like that, and laugh at them like this, y'all. And so they should start flagging me for the shit. Like you can't put that up no more. Like damn, I had a freedom of speech. She said, "Go ahead, Sean."
So since we talking about karma and chickens coming home to roost, the officer that's in grave condition that's not gonna make it, that was involved in that homicide where that brother got chased down, and
he wasn't there though. They said he wasn't there with him. That was his partner who got killed.
Right. His partner got killed, right? And he's fighting for his life. Maybe he wasn't there at that incident, but we that he was at other incidents.
Sean, they never did even really explain that though. Like we still to this day didn't get any information what this brother was on a high-speed chase from the north side all the way to the south side, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And the officer ended up dying. Think about it. Remember, we were talking about how they rushed him right to the morgue, and to the funeral home without stopping at the morgue.
Out of there. Bong, bong, gone.
Yeah.
Funeral the next day.
Everything.
Yeah. So, anybody got any information on that case? Chime and let us know. Put us up to speed on that. And Sean, you know what? I never even thought about that. He being his partner. What we don't know what his involvement in that is, and nobody's saying that's why he had that car accident. But you floating that possibility is a definite possibility.
I'm floating the possibility of we're talking about karma, we're talking about balance, right? We're talking about these supernatural forces that act right to preserve that balance, right?
Okay.
The answer, the Most High, right? Whoever you want to. Well,
if nothing else, okay, Sean. What? Check this out. If nothing else, it's a tragic coincidence that was his partner. Then this happens to him. So it does make you wonder, or even say, well, what was going on? Like that's crazy. So a lot of times we have tragic coincidences, but how many of them are actually coincidences, and how many of them are actual karma for some shit that you did? Right? Like that's I guess we would never know. There's no way to tell that. Tiarsha, she said, Kevin, people be busy. He might be writing another movie. You know what? That's fine. That's fine, man. Get your right on. Like No, I'm saying, look, I told that story because she asked me about it, and I don't want people to think that anything. I told y'all anything that's coming up in the city of Milwaukee that's positive and progressive and being done by us. I'm always gonna be like, yo, come on the show. If people feel like it's not a good fit for them, or they don't, some people like want to be in the studio live. Like, oh, he do everything virtually. We don't want to do it virtually. So they'd be like, well, I'll just go on something else. That's cool. You got to go over there. Right. I mean, I'm not at this point, that's not what we're doing. Some point in the future, perhaps, especially since Kamar has the House of Vitality, and I'm pretty sure sooner or later he's gonna have his own space with a spot that's reserved and set up especially for what we do, and then you can come and sit and chill with us. But until then, you got to catch it like it is, player. So if they're busy, they're busy. Shout out to them. Like, no harm, no foul. I'm just keeping it a buck, as they say. I'm being honest. I'm not mad at them. Like, it's just that it was strange. It's very strange when men, because as a man, like, I'm not really playing like Instagram games with another man. Like we texting each other and you texting me and then I'm not texting you back and all that shit. No, bro. You want to come on the show? Yeah, let's do it. What time? What day? Boom, done. That's it. Or nah, man, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I've had people say I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't really got the time. I can't do it right now. So cool. We'll talk. Sister Booker said the police officer was drunk and driving. Okay, he was drunk. And they said, I was reading and they said it looks like it was his fault, right? So, okay, maybe he was drunk.
Hey,
and then somebody was doing, go ahead, Kamar.
When I was watching it on the news, I was talking to my girl. I was just saying, like, hey, look, I wonder why they ain't saying was alcohol involved or not. Usually they'll mention it even. Like, we don't know if alcohol was involved. They didn't say none of that.
Whoa.
I'm like, look how they protect their own.
Bias coverage? Could it be Kamar in Milwaukee? That white boy ain't been back since Kamar checked his ass. Which white boy did Kamar? Kamar goes off in selective spurts. So which white boy?
Something way out of line that get me upset like that, man. You know what I mean? It ain't just anything. It's got to be something out of line. You got to be totally insensitive to our plight. You know.
I know what you're talking about. You talking about when Epicet came on here and he had said something on Facebook about was it T-Rock? Rest in peace to T-Rock. T-Buck? Okay. Yeah. And man, oh my gosh, yes, Kamar went nuclear. Like, that shit was crazy. And he was like, I'll come get your ass. I'll beat the shit. I'm like, whoa, not nature the term. No, Kamar. It was crazy, man. Damn, Ewok, you brought that. See, I told you Ewok rocks with Outlaw Radio, man. I'm glad people have memories of shows where they can go back and say, remember that night? And I'll be like, damn, I forgot. Dion, what's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, you already know everything is everything. How you guys doing tonight? Glad we all were able to make it. Just sitting there. I've been on Facebook. I don't know if you be following me, but I've been saying a little shit about the police. I'm like, dude was drunk driving. They're like, how you know all that? Just instigating. I ain't got no empathy for him. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Because if it was one of us, they'd be like, well, he shouldn't have been drinking and driving, and he know better than that, and where was his family at? And look at his criminal record. He got a picture with a blunt. They'll drag us through the mud. But they all on Facebook now holding his hand on the side of him, talking about he gonna give his organs up. Fuck him and his organs.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? On the real. Because listen, man,
this is hard on a Wednesday. Hard.
I'm for real though, bro. Because like I said, when it's one of us, like I don't know if you heard. I can't remember what alderman it was. I don't think it was Bob Donovan, Bob something anyway. But his wife had said something to somebody. I don't know who it is. Was it Khalif Rainey or somebody? But she had said something about the black community. So anytime a white person talk about the black community, they throw everybody up under the bus. But when it's one of them, she was having a bad day. Maybe she just had too many scotches on the rocks. They always make an excuse for their behavior. Man, bro, listen, I swear to God, them people hurt. When I say my blood vessels and everything up in me hurt with them people, man, I cannot stand them. I really can't. And like, the more I learn, the more I study, listen to lectures and all that, they dangerous. Now, I don't know how serious people taking it, but they are dangerous. Right now they're going by white Christian nationalists. That's another code name for the Ku Klux Klan. They're trying to implement this 2025 when Donald Trump get it. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, and I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of us, is not hip to the fact of what's going on, especially the younger generation. A lot of us old heads, we keep our nose in the media and looking at certain things and might be on somewhere scrolling and something to catch our eye. But them people are definitely dangerous. And I don't know. I would love to talk to one, just a racist one, and just figure out, why do they hate us so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would really want to know, like, what have black people ever did to you? Because all we wanted was our freedom. And once we gained our freedom, why do they hate us?
Do it matter at this point?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that it matters, but I would, because I could tell you, and each one of them why I hate them. But I just want to know why us. We were enslaved, we were murdered and killed, and everything that you can name us. And all we want to do, like you said, Kev, is just live and be left alone. But I guess over the years, if you think about it, white supremacy is like a drug to them. They've been so used to being first with everything. And to have to share, they like a kid. No, mine. And that makes them angry.
Well, I thought maybe that they'd be angry because they're not the first with anything. They're not the originators of anything. All they've ever done is steal and take from people and make it theirs. So I would think the anger is not in not being first. The anger is in actually, taking things from people. Like, the anger is that they're not first in anything. Go ahead, Sean.
Go ahead, Sean.
That was Alderman Bauman's wife that made those comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Yeah, maybe later on.
She said us having like kids. And
she said something
about having kids, living out shit, all type of shit.
Okay,
just all type of bogus shit.
Karen shit.
Yeah,
a lot of racist shit.
Yeah.
A lot of Karen shit. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what she said verbatim, but it was bogus though. It just it's so sad in 2023 with all this information out here that they still look at us so drudgingly. They just look at us like they're lazy, they don't want to work, they're prone to violence, they're this, they're that. What up, cuz?
Okay.
They're this, they're that. You know what I'm saying? No, that's one of my guys up here in Oshkosh, man. He worked this.
You gave him the horn, right?
So you know how we defeat that, Dion? In this case right here, how we defeat that? Because Bauman has a black opponent, right? It's a black man running against Bauman. So in order to defeat his wife, we defeat him, right? That's how we defeat that and take care of that. We know that she represents her husband. They married, right? Okay, since you have the gall and the balls to say that, we'll just make sure that you and your husband in the unemployment line.
But see, this is where I get confused about you Negroes. And I'm saying you other Negroes, not myself. Where I get confused. Nah, because I'm honestly, when I say this, I'm being honest. Why the fuck would I care why they hate me? The fact that you hate me is enough. And it's never stopped and it's understood. Like, I'm not wasting any energy on trying to figure out why. I'm moving accordingly. And I always say that to black people, like, if you allow it to exist, it will exist. You have to really you got to power past that. As a person of color, you got to say, I see it, I recognize it, I will call it, but it's not going to stop me. And I'm not going to waste time trying to figure their motives out. Because at this point, it's impossible to do. Who knows why they really, really hate us? We said, color our skin. Because we got melanin in the skin. Like, whatever, man. You don't know.
It's simple, man. It's simple.
I feel you on that. But sometimes
hold on, Dion. Let me get Kamars because I don't want y'all to bump heads. Pause.
I was just going to say the answer to that question is easy. They was taught to hate us at this point.
Okay. Taught to hate us.
You know what I mean? If you grow up and you know what I mean, and your mama and father scared of dogs, you know what I'm saying? More likely you're gonna grow up scared of dogs too. Because they're gonna keep you away from them and tell you, hey, them motherfuckers bite.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's why they hate us at this point.
Oh, it's bred into them.
It's just embedded in them, man. They don't know.
Juice Lady, you good? You ready? You ready to jump on? You look like you trying to make up your mind. Like, should I be on this shit or should I leave?
There go my baby. Courtney. I'm about to jump offline. You know, I'm about to jump off list, you guys. I love you niggas. You hear me? I love you niggas, man. On the real, I want to hear my nigga Rail speak more, because sometimes me and Rail jump off. We'll talk on the horn with each other. And I love listening to bro, though, but I love you niggas. Sean, congratulations. Bull, congratulations to all your success. Kev, I know, you know, Outlaw, we gonna still pump this motherfucker until one day we be on TMJ, folks, talking shit. I can't come on there because, you know, I'm a black nationalist. I'm a radical. So you might have to really start fucking with me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they going to be like, that nigga Dion, he's a convicted felon. He want all white people dead. You don't need to even fuck with him. Don't even socialize with him. So I love you anyway, nigga. Just, you know, every now and then inbox me from a little known number. Be like, this scared, this can't be.
I don't know how we got on this scenario where I become a sellout. Who am I, fucking Arsenio? I don't this motherfucker. Kevin in the Country Club ain't talking to Rail and Kamar no more. He on Channel 4.
we gonna keep it street, but I want you to have success though, because you work too hard and you know shit. I mean, you ain't necessarily gotta be a sellout, but you know, you just gotta make provisions. You know, you still gonna talk your shit and walk your walk, but just make provisions. But I just want you to have success and prosperity in 2024. I want us all to, and maybe if I keep on playing this lottery up here in these Peckerwood counties, I'll win some money and we all could go on a cruise. You understand what I'm saying? And really talk some shit, you know? But I love you niggas. I'm about to get ready to jump off. I'm listening to y'all and I'm gone.
Peace.
Love, bro, love.
Courtney, what it do? Welcome to the show, as I was trying to say earlier. How you doing tonight?
I want y'all to know. Having a conversation on the phone with Dion is just like that. Dion ain't gonna stop talking though. Dion ain't got really. He ain't really talking to. He's talking to you. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want you to talk back. He talking to you and he wants you to listen. Hey, he got plenty shit to say. Like he got plenty shit to say, and then he like, all right, then I'm calling you later. You like, damn. Right. I just listen.
Hey, look, I told y'all. Everybody and their mama who know me know I got a bad back. Dion damn near knocked me across the parking lot. He jumped out. The van might have still been moving. Kev and Dion is a big dude, man. He boom. I said, oh shit, how you doing, brother? Whoa, what's going on? I was trying to find my knife in my pocket. Like, damn, where my damn knife at? He's gonna knock me down and shit. Man, no, he's an enthusiastic brother, man. And we kicked it at Kamar Soft opening. It was unbelievable. That dude had me in Rail in stitches. Like he just, man, that brother said orangutan. Who said orangutan titties? I don't even know that. That just came up in the conversation. It was wild. It was just right. Sean said, what? I missed that. Yeah, man. Dion is a wild boy, man. He's a wild dude. Okay, so let me catch my chat room before we continue. Dion. Oh, that was Dion. He was just on. I don't have to read his. Tiasha said that dude had just did a. She's talking about the brother who we were discussing earlier who shot the cop. She said that dude had a just did a few robberies and he took officer life. I'm not upholding that criminal. I'm not upholding him either. What I was saying was it's a very suspicious case how it happened, because we know that the police play ball with a lot of dudes that are in the streets. They're informants. They're doing whatever business, whatever side deals. Don't believe that police ain't involved, that there's some cops not involved in some underhanded shit, right? And so a lot of times if there's some sort of conflict, there's a possibility that this might have been a spillover from that. I don't know. None of that has been even, charged. Nobody's been charged or anything, but I got what he was saying. I'm not upholding the brother either for killing anybody, but I'm just saying it looked very suspicious that they haven't followed up. We never got any more information. And like Sean said, that it was fast. They wrapped it up like as far as we knew. Right?
What happened?
It was years ago. It was a brother who had
It
done a
was last
robbery.
year. It was,
I thought it was 2 years
it was
ago.
either earlier or late last year.
You're breaking up a little, Sean.
I said it was either earlier last year. I mean, earlier this year or late last year. It
Okay.
wasn't years ago.
Okay, so it wasn't plural. Okay, I get it. Okay, so it was recently. It was a minute ago, I guess. Can I say a minute? I don't know. And he ended up killing the cop.
Can I go back to that comment?
What comment is
Can
that?
I go back to that comment?
TR?
Well, you know, speaking of titties,
no,
I'm
man,
also looking.
What happened? And you back?
Hold on.
I'm trying to get,
oh, you are so rude.
What happened?
You're so rude, Courtney.
Oh my God, you rude.
We're also looking for female co-hosts to come and join us on Tuesdays at the Talking Sip.
And the word titties made you think about that.
Right.
Huh?
The word titties made you think about that. When you heard titties, you said, "Oh yeah, we look for a female co-host." Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Word association. Thank you. The mind of Sean Moore.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you. I can't. You breaking up, man. You got to. I don't know. You got the Bluetooth in or what?
Did he kill the cop and now he free? That's what I'm saying.
No, he's locked up. Or did he get killed?
Damn.
He did.
Yeah, the brother.
He
got killed. Yeah. Okay. He got killed too. I don't remember the details. I just remember. And I wasn't upholding his criminal activity. I was saying it looks suspicious. I guess maybe I'd have seen one too many movies. Because I watch movies where you
killed
see
him, man. We know the cops killed him, man. You can't kill the cop and they don't kill you. You got damn to turn yourself in at the station. Then you gonna end up dead in your cell. Oh man, she committed suicide. They're gonna kill you. You can't. Yeah.
It just looked strange. MC Tone said, and you know that cop was drunk. How do you not see a semi making a U-turn? Listen,
I said the same thing to my homeboy that truck driver.
Damn, you ran under a trailer of a semi. Like, man, maybe he was asleep.
He probably fell asleep at the wheel.
Man, maybe so.
We don't know.
God bless his kids if he got some. I ain't that cold hearted. Kevin love the kids.
Well, Abel and them gonna take care of them kids. They already gave him $10,000.
Oh, okay. Took care of that business. Okay. Dion was saying he didn't want to say nothing in the chat room to get banned. Yeah, it's better if you just call in. Because if you got some hot shit to say, you're gonna get flagged. Mama Jenkins said kudos to Norman Lear for real TV shows, The Jeffersons, All in the Family, Racist Ass Archie Bunker, Maude, Good Times, just to name a few. That was the first thing I said right after the Packer game, drunk as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Jenkins said she was drunk after the Packer game, man. What's happening, man? Give it up for Mama Jenkins. And you know what? Norman Lear changed television. He did. If you're a person who examines, like, you know, culture and you know, we always like to say we're culture critics. But the whole racial dynamic, you know, because normally sitcoms were just, you know, super user friendly and bright and bubbly, Leave It to Beaver type shit that never dealt with anything real. He kind of put that in there, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. But the brother who created Good Times and some of his other shows, allegedly, he says he was allegedly robbed by Norman Lear. He ended up a crackhead and homeless. So, but definitely Norman Lear. Yeah, my mother would not allow us to watch All in the Family when I was little because she hated Archie Bunker. Because for real, because mom's is from Mississippi. She don't play with racist white people. So she was like, ain't shit funny about that. I don't know what the fuck they laugh. She used to get mad. So we couldn't watch the shit, right? Like she would get mad and be like, y'all better turn from this goddamn shit. And my father used to be like, it's a TV show. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, there's nothing funny about that. So, but I think Archie was genius. I watched All in the. I used to sneak and watch the shit because I thought he was funny. But he was so ignorant. The fact that he was racist was only multiplied by the fact that he was just super ignorant about everything.
And that's what made him so damn funny.
Yeah.
Because they made a racist motherfucker look so ignorant.
I mean, he was dumb as a box of rocks. If you got
he hated everybody though. He ain't just. I mean, he hated hippies. He hated
everybody.
I mean, but he was cool with Sammy Davis Jr. So I mean, I don't know if he was racist. He just was a bigot type shit. Like,
and most bigots are ignorant.
Cool with Sammy. he was only cool with Sammy because Sammy was accepted by
White people.
Dean.
Sammy was Jewish.
You know what I mean?
Sammy was Jewish, and he was with the mob.
Right.
So you better say hi to Sammy. Your ass pushed around that backstage.
But he hated Meathead. Meathead was white.
Right, but he was against women's
Oh, he
rights.
hated me.
He hated feminists. He hated everything.
Yeah, he hated everybody.
But then the genius of that is you put George Jefferson. You put George Jefferson in there, who's a self-made black millionaire who hates white people.
Right.
So,
who hates white people.
Hilarious.
And he comes up, and Archie doesn't. Jordan then moved to a house in the sky high. Archie didn't live in the same crib forever. Right? Like, so, yeah, Norman Lear, man. Yeah, I don't know what he did to the brother who helped him write The Brothers. But
hey,
something else.
Hey, I remember one show where Louise had a stand-in for George because George didn't want to go to the house. And they found out, dude's like, well, your husband, and it came out that wasn't her husband. It's like, well, where your husband at? And he's like, well, he didn't want to be here because he didn't want to sit next to you.
Didn't he have a black kidney donor on there? I thought a black dude donated him a kidney or something. This shit stayed on
something, and he almost died.
Yeah, it was
he almost died. Was it a transfusion?
Some shit like that. And did do that at the end, told him you part black. I think that's why Sammy kissed him on the cheek. Like, I heard you got a kidney from a black dude. And you had to be there. Because Courtney looking like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talk about, and this shit don't even sound funny.
That's because Courtney, Courtney.
That's before her.
Watching,
that's before her. Right.
Yeah. But Kev, I saw this podcast. Right. It was a little snippet, and it made me think of you. It was a guy saying how, we be calling people culture vultures, and he was like, but there really ain't no such thing as we ain't got no culture. So what the fuck is they vulturing? He was like, what is our culture? And it was like, oh, that's a question for Kevin Barnes.
The slang, the way we dress.
What is this dude talking about? What, right? Come on, you want to get him or you want me to get him?
No, you can get him, man.
I'm being funny. I'm joking. I don't care. I just think that's such a dumb. Like, what foundational black American says we don't have any culture?
Right.
What y'all eat for Thanksgiving?
You said what foundational black American? Well, he's probably not a foundational black American. He probably considers himself African American, which means he don't know who the fuck he is.
Okay, so my question to him would be, what in America does not have our fingerprints all over it? But name something in this country, art, culture, movies, like Kamar said, fashion, just the way we talk. I don't know if you watched the commercial lately.
Black people.
Say that again, Sean.
There's nothing in America has not been affected, perfected, or produced by black people. Introduced by.
That surprises me that a black person would say. And when we talk about culture vultures, let's be honest. There over throughout history, there have been white men who observed us doing sometimes very mundane things, something that we do every day, like our food. Like, well, they're eating fucking chitlins. They eating every part of the pig because they don't have anything else to eat, and then it becomes a delicacy. So, and they take that idea and say, you know what? I'm gonna start look at fried chicken. And white man said, and the black woman is allegedly the inventor of this herbs and spices recipe. And he says, you know what? I'd be a good restaurant. So I don't know what everything. Look, and you don't even bring up music. Don't bring up art. Don't bring up, I don't know. And you got these white people who will come in because they have access to industry and they will capitalize on it. And the black people who are the inventors of it don't get shit. That is a culture vulture. Someone who exploits us, being like us, talking like us, if it benefits them financially. Yeah. So, what we got in the chat room? Okay, that was Mama Jenkins. Tiarsha said he just came from a bar in Oak Creek watching the football game. His brother said it on the news. Oh, he was tossing them back.
He was drunk.
Allegedly. Courtney, I hope that answered your question. I hope that, because what do you think about that? When you heard that, you said it reminded you of us, and I'm saying, oh, how you feel about all the stuff you go to? You've been everywhere, and so when I said what culture, what did you think about that?
I was just like, damn, because like I kind of listened to the guy Ian Dunlap and some of the things he talked about when it comes to investing. So I don't know it. But then I also kind of look at the background of certain people. So it's like people that say certain things like that. It's like, okay, I look at you and I look at what I see from your IG. You really don't even fuck with black women. You only fuck with Latino women. So you ain't even fucking with us like that. I started to just get to looking at the background of the person. I get to evaluate you, who's saying it, where is it coming from, who is speaking on this.
You became a FBI profiler.
Yeah, I get to checking it out. Like, man, you don't need to be fucking with us like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you said it was Ian Dunlap that said it?
Yeah, I just put it in the Word Mob group. I just added it in there.
I fucks with Ian. Like, as far as his stocks and shit, he's a
right. Yeah.
He kind of, how can I put it?
Uncle Tom.
No, I was gonna say he's kind of robotic to me.
I mean, it seemed like you were struggling with it.
I've never really seen him show emotion, so
okay. Okay.
So like for him to say that, I'm trying to think of what mind frame he came from, because I've never really seen him show emotion, because he like real logical and methodic and kind of robotic type shit.
Right.
Hey, you never know though.
And it's just a clip. You be needing to see the whole thing, the whole. Not just a clip. So,
Erica Hunt said we need to stand together like the police. Yeah, well, they definitely work with each other. Mama Jenkins said, "Look at the money that's been raised for him." She said that heifer is a drunk too. The alderman wife. I said it. She's talking about the alderman who was accused. What was his name? Bauman.
Bauman's wife.
Yeah, Mama Jenkins said she a drunk. She a drunk too. So.
Well,
no love on that side.
Maybe find herself in the side of a semi truck too. We don't know.
Wow, damn. You don't fuck around, do you? Like I'm no longer the bad guy on the show anymore. As long as we got Sean on here, we ain't got to worry about that.
We're talking about karma and balance. That's not what I hope for the lady.
But you damn sure spoke it. You manifested it.
I hope that they find themselves broke, bankrupt, unemployed, and homeless, sleeping under the bridge.
There you go. I could take that more than seeing her crash into a semi truck. Ewok, what it do, man?
My bad. The parking ride at the parking ride.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, that's it. I wanted to speak about feminism. Feminism is not a bad word. Courtney is a feminist. But see, there's levels to feminism where it becomes higher and higher and greater, and then it's no longer feminism. Am I off track what I'm talking about?
You brought some new shit. I'm trying to catch up to you because we wasn't on feminism,
right.
but I'm trying to. Okay.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Maybe I'm talking about something totally different then.
Right.
Anyway,
You doing it.
It goes from motherfucking being you know what I'm saying? Of course, females, they want to vote, they want to be able to have say so, all of that shit, And there's levels and steps to it. Now they want this, now they want that, now they want to vote. Now, after a while, what number do they get to before they become not just being feminist, but they want to be a goddamn gorilla and a killer? Oh. And then what step can they take before they want to step back down when a real killer and gorilla got to protect them? And that's where some of these conversations on social media and all of these people saying, well, men won't submit. We need to take away submit out of the equation because it sounds too scary to women, first of all. Submit. Don't use that word because it's a bad word, when you're trying to ask for what you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't even use words submit or obey. Leave them words alone. You know what I'm saying? Just know your place. Know where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And you want equality? Of course, you're not equal to me as far as strength. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not stronger than me. But you are better than me in this situation. It's simple topics like that, simple statements like that, and make all of this evil thoughts about black, especially with us,
Stop trying to outdo each other and outbetter each other and get equal. It's different equals.
Okay, because you covered a lot of ground. Like Austin Dewar said, that's a lot to unpack. Because we started we started with. I just want to break it down. We started with feminism, which is a question of, you said, when does it go too far? I thought when the anti-male sentiment came into feminism, that's when it got toxic. I feel like it's okay for women to aspire to be equal. Equality is the name of the game, right? I don't have a problem with a woman saying, hey, no, listen, respect me as a woman, treat me like a lady. I'm gonna act accordingly. But when she gets to the I don't need a man and men this and men that and everything, is when your criticism of the community gets bigger than your contribution all over again, right? You spend more time complaining about men than you do actually getting a man doing what you need to do so you can have one. So I feel like that's when feminism becomes toxic. And I think, but I say this too, and I'm gonna say this as humbly as possible. Sisters, if you got a man and he's good to you and he's a thorough cat, you should obey him. You should do what he tells you to do, right? Because
I still say stick away from those words. Those words are trigger words.
Well, that's part of it when you get married. I don't know if anybody believes in traditional marriage. Don't they say, it's your duty to obey? I don't. You're supposed to, and I'm not using the word submit because I do realize how shitty that gets. But obey definitely, because listen.
First, what you mean? Y'all would rather you say submit.
Oh, okay. Then obey.
So let me ask Courtney. Courtney, when was the last time you just shut up and submitted?
Wow. Really?
Hey, it's a real question right there.
Your business,
don't laugh the question off. Don't laugh off the question.
If someone would
give real shit.
If I
go ahead, Courtney.
Thank you. So I haven't. It's been some months. Last time when I was dealing with my baby daddy, we had some discussions where,
we not talking about handcuffs and bondage and shit.
Not
we
like
ain't
that,
talking
but
about that.
having an argument. But then it's also been shit where we're talking to each other. But our relationship is kind of toxic. So besides him, with any other guy I deal with, most of our conversations are real. I sit there and I be quiet. And sometimes guys, that should be weird because I guess they ain't used to it. They be like, "Why are you so quiet?" I'm like, listening. And they like, "Oh, seems like niggas ain't even really used to that." So
if you deal with women, you're not.
Hey,
most of the time.
A lot of the time, and you're right. A lot of the time, brothers ain't used to that because some women don't know how to be quiet. You know what I mean? Some women, when they talk, it sound like they're arguing all the damn time. It's all kind of, but that go both ways too. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of, I remember going on dates, you know what I'm saying? And the shit I talk about be foreign as a motherfucker.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kamar, Courtney, Sean, all of us, Rail. I think, am I splitting hairs here when I say I think a woman should obey her man, and I think a man should listen to his woman. Right. I think he should listen to her.
Because I think
that's right. I'm with you, Kev, because see, I'm gonna tell you, it's like a circle. You know what I mean? One, we supposed to talk and discuss. Like, okay, well, let's get both points of view from this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now when I make this logical decision, now it's your turn.
Best of both worlds. Win-win situation.
I'm with you to a point because I look at the men who don't know how to communicate in the first place, right?
But we ain't talking about them. We're not. No, you don't listen to him. No, you don't obey him. We talking about when he's right and exact, and he's a factor.
But
and he's telling you.
I learned in my years of dating.
A lot of women choose men that don't know how to communicate.
Right, but we're not asking. But that's a different conversation, Sean. That's
my years of being and dating and figuring things out. I heard just one man told me.
See, I brought up a good conversation this time. Dude thought I was going too slow. See,
I didn't, but you just cut Courtney off completely. But it's cool.
Everybody just cut me off. It's all right. So guy told me that he had learned from his dad. He was like, a woman knows when she's in the presence of a real man, and I would say a woman does. I mean, it's certain men that I might go back and forth with, and I might bicker with, but then there's some men I never do that with. I would never. I'm not going to, because you just know the difference. I don't. Just like you said, Courtney, when last time you shut the fuck up. There's some men I ain't gonna shut the fuck up, and there's some men that you definitely gonna get that respect, and because you know what you dealing with, just like you. You know.
Hey, it's just like when we okay, like you got different types of women. We know how to approach different types of women. If it's just some chick, in the bar or whatever, we gonna approach her different than we would some higher value woman. You know what I'm saying?
Do you though?
Yeah, because you know the difference. You know the difference if you're talking to a slut or a good woman.
Okay, well, hold on. Look, first of all, shout out to Ewok, because he just said, like you said, Ewok, you lit a fire, because this is a very good discussion. Listen, I'm going to say this. What my father used to tell me, and I found that this was the fairest way to play it. You treat them all the same. You talk to them all the same. Like, you don't bow down to one more so than you do the other. You should be respectful all the time. I'm not going to just because I got to get my best together. I'm going to talk to you just like I talk to any sister, because to me.
Right, Kev, you're right. But think about when you was 19. You approached them different depending on the type of woman it was.
Give me a ticket too after Camargo
done. Come on, man.
You shouldn't have got at me like that. You shouldn't have brought up when I was 19. I wasn't on that then.
But no, everybody was a bitch.
I mean, not like that. No. No, I wasn't like that. I was just more
like, we all knew the type of woman. We all knew the type of woman who we could call a bitch, and the type of woman we wouldn't call a bitch.
But I never engaged in that. No, even when I was young.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I know what you say.
Yeah,
okay.
So Kamar's still right, though, okay? Because, Kev, you know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, we got individuals that we dealing with. So in your mind, you know what type of person you're talking to, because in your psyche, you know what I'm saying? If you got any stability and understanding about yourself, and you know how to analyze the way people talk and the way they act and how they respond to things, you do have to treat them differently, because you have to speak to them differently. So I consider speaking to somebody differently as treating them differently, because some people's minds ain't on the same plateau as everybody else's. And it's a whole lot of people's minds. I don't think nobody's mind is on the same plateau as anybody. You can get close to it, but you can't get the whole thing. So different conversations still have to occur. Therefore, you do have to treat people and speak to them in a different fashion.
I know. I get what y'all saying. I get what y'all saying. I'm saying as a man, in terms of, how you approach a woman and how you talk, you're gonna talk to her because bitch and all. I've never did it that way. I've never been the person, bitch and hoe. I'm always respectful. I always have been respectful. The only difference then and now is I was a lot more brash then in saying to her, this is what it is. This is what I want. And if you're not down with it, you got to move around. It didn't matter if he was pretty, high class, low class, white, black, green, orange, yellow, or brown. When I was 19, that's where it was at. It's like, well, either you getting down or you leaving. So,
I consider myself a gentleman. I never did just walk around calling females bitches and hoes to start with.
Right.
You know, I never did walk around calling females bitches and hoes. Oh, yeah, little bitch, blah, blah, blah. So if a motherfucker like me said that to you, you have to be really being bitchy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, wait a minute, bitch. Who the fuck you think you're talking to around here, bitch?
Right.
I didn't walk around with the demeanor like, all bitches is bitches and bitches is hoes and all hoes is hoes. Fuck all that.
I wasn't that nigga either.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, your approach can't be the exact same for everybody. It ain't got to do nothing with whether you call them bitches and hoes. It has to do with their psyche. You know what I'm saying? What they think about. Where is their mind at? What are they aspiring to? What do they want? So
and
those are all.
Sometimes you got to play the game to get what you want.
That same approach to every woman thing, Kev, I disagree with that.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, and sometimes back, you had to play the game to get what you want. You know what I mean? You had to play the game.
Kev,
it wasn't always. You know what I mean? Okay, so I could just say, okay, this is what it is and this is what it ain't. You with it or you ain't. Well, I catch more if I know how to play the game. You know what I mean?
I caught more by being honest. I caught more by being honest.
So what I'm listen, let me finish. So what I'm saying is, if I was talking to a banker versus a stripper, you know what I mean? It would be a whole different conversation to get what I wanted.
It would be a different conversation, but it would be the same demeanor. It would be the same mannerism. I'm not gonna go and thug out because I'm talking to a stripper. I'm just gonna talk to her like I would. I guess I'm consistent with articulation and that kind of thing. Only time my language changes is when I'm talking to somebody like Sean or somebody who is deeply embedded in my neighborhood, and we start talking. We talk neighborhood. We talk neighborhood stuff, and it's different words.
It's universal though. It works universal. Whoever you talk to, you gonna talk kind of. You know what I'm saying?
But we talking about women though. We're talking about women. Go ahead, Courtney.
Yeah, and exactly, and that's what we were saying. We were saying women know the difference when who they talking to. She was saying a woman knows she's talking to a real man.
I'm trying to get you in, Courtney. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm out.
Courtney said a woman.
Like I was goddamn saying.
You know what? I would advise everybody, if you on this show, don't try to do it on the phone. Get a laptop and get a microphone, because if you talk, nobody's gonna be able to hear you. People on the line can't hear you. Go ahead, Courtney.
So now, instead of just comparing it to bitches and hoes, now we've seen on this show, we've seen me argue with a motherfucker and not shut the fuck up when they called in. We've seen me just go toe to toe in the argument. It was a male, but it was also about how that male started talking to me. Whereas Kev, if it was the same situation, I can guarantee you wouldn't have approached me like that, and we wouldn't have had that same response. I wouldn't talk to you like that. So it also becomes a respect thing. And also, it still comes down to, I know what type of man I'm dealing with. Some men that I feel like, to me, if you want to say to a woman says you're not worthy of all this respect from me. Some people aren't. Whereas some people are. Where I'm going to look at you as a real man and you deserve that respect, and that's what I'm going to give you. And some guys, it's just like, nigga, please. And also look at how you're approaching me, and you want me to give you what?
I guess my thing is, if I don't respect you, I'm not talking to you at all. So if I don't respect you, especially with a female, if I meet a female, and especially when I was young, and I don't respect you, I will never say a word to you, because I don't want to talk to you. Like, you're not worth my time. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. And it's very hard for me to lose respect for somebody. Everybody to me they start at the same point. Like, even with brothers, I'm humble off top with every brother. If he pop hard, like, then I say, okay, I got to get in mode, because dude need to know I'm not the one. But off top, I respect them. It's always like, I respect anybody from the gate until they disrespect. Y'all do me a favor. Let me catch the chat room, because I'm so far behind. I know people going to get my ass. I just said that shit 10 minutes ago. Mama Jenkins was agreeing with Dion. She said he's on the real side. Erica, you're right. The police do have a union. And you don't have to wonder why. It's so that they can protect themselves. She said it's simple. They're afraid. She's talking about white people. They're afraid if we get our shit together, they going to be the new slaves. I really don't think white people live in fear of that. I really don't. I don't think white people are walking around like, if they ever get good, we're in trouble. I think they'd be like, yeah, right. I don't know. Those niggas will never do anything. Ewok said it's fear because they know we're stronger. Mama Jenkins said Dion is real. Dion is a nutty buddy, man. He's a funny dude, man. I'm trying to tell you. She said, can she get the link? You want the link? What you want the link to, Erica? Because I'm behind. How you doing, Stephanie Bowles?
Hey, Stephanie Bowles.
She want the link to Sean, to their show. What you want to what you want the link to?
To who show?
Or I don't know. She's asking maybe about your show. Ewok said, well, niggas do like.
You asked her, you said something about the link.
Okay.
She's calling in. That might be what that's from.
Oh, she's asking, could she get the link to the show? Well, we don't really operate like that. Like, calling in, and this is the thing. People call in and they're on the show. It's people who done called in and stayed on the whole show. But sending a link is different. I don't really send links out to everybody. It has to be kind of, because people will come in and do all kinds of crazy shit. Ask Sean. He be on here eating fucking ramen noodles and shit. And
shit. I don't eat no fucking ramen noodles, bro. Those be cup of noodles. There's a difference.
I eat a sausage.
Everybody talking to you, Courtney.
potty meat and shit. They on here just clipping his toenails. Oh no, I'm good. Sean, listen, a couple weeks ago, or it was last week, Sean was knocked the fuck out, sleep on the show. I don't know if he thought we didn't see him, or I'm like, this motherfucker sleep. No, Sean's link is in jeopardy, so it might be open. We might have an open.
It's like being at work and being clocked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. God damn it. That's what.
Right. Then he acted like he wasn't. He tried to do that tricky setup like he just had
it. Man.
Right.
Listen, I had been up. Was that the week I was working on the elder case?
I don't know what you was working
72
on.
hours straight, bro.
I mean, usually if it's that serious, you just say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna hit y'all up, man. I'm gonna get out of here tonight." Instead of,
I think I forgot to say that.
Right. You're right, Ewok, and that's what was funny when he said, "Speaking of titties, we need a female co-host." These niggas do like titties. I guess so. I guess you could say men are fond of breasts. Yeah. That's something that's real.
Indubitably.
Real woke up on that part. He said, "She."
Indubitably. Yeah.
Atlas Burns. Shout out to Atlas, man. What's up, family? He said they
hate you.
They hate you because of the potential of power, not the power we have. Tap into the potential together. That's a whole show. And yeah, you could talk, because if you just start talking about the different ways that the different things that they've done, right? Like that's a whole other show. She said her mom's hated Archie Bunker. I told you, my mama did too. Mama Jenkins said my mother was the same. She didn't like nigger jokes, but I learned a lot of dumb shit from Archie Bunker. He was funny as a good day. You know what? He never said nigger though. It was never like, it was all implied. Like it was in his racism. You really never knew what it was. It was more implied, right? Like so. And when you heard him talk, you almost figured he obviously don't like niggas. Because of the way he treated his own wife, right? So, let me see. He said Archie Bunker got a kick out of when George was meeting Jenny's parents for the first time. He was like, "I'm gonna stand right here when you introduce yourselves." That episode, people got classic Archie Bunker. Only on Outlaw Radio will you hear classic Archie Bunker episodes. Shout out to Tiasha Arthur. She said, "Kevin, these peaches
Archie Bunker is not the same as the Archie and the little comic book, no?
No, absolutely not.
No, hell no.
It's called the name of the show, Courtney. The name of the show, Courtney, is actually All in the Family. Archie Bunker was the lead character.
Okay, I see him with
this on. Is one of them times when Courtney needs to practice quietness.
No, she's trying to. No, this is why the man around her needs to be informed so he can tell her the name of the show is All in the Family, and she can say, "Oh, okay, I didn't know." See how we help each other?
I'm saying no question is
right.
Don, they teach you that in school.
he was Al Bundy. Excuse me. He was Al Bundy.
Yeah, Al Bundy was funny as hell too, though. Me and my cousin Cooley, rest in peace, man.
Wait, Al Bundy, what's going on?
Man, Al
wasn't really no big though.
No, but he wasn't, because he hung Griff. The black dude was always around, right?
Oh,
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're right, because he got one friend. He ain't
right.
racist. McDonald's was started the same way. Erica Hunt said, "Don't call me a feminist. Feminists are good reason why a lot of these homes are separated."
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, when it becomes anti-man, or even with a man who's misogynistic to the point where he doesn't have a woman, like you get older, you don't have a woman, and you are hateful towards women, it kind of makes you say, "Well, damn, what's wrong with this dude?" Like it's like masculinity gone wrong. Like nobody don't even want to be around your ass. She said, "Pay her the same." Stephanie Bowe said, "Pay her the same." Okay. Ruben Anderson said, "Try honor," and I'm thinking he's speaking in like regards to when you deal with a woman. Try honoring your woman. Okay. I said, listen to her. He said, honor her. Erica Hunt said, "I would choose submit over obey." Maybe obey sounds bad. I'm pretty sure if I said that to my wife, she'll look at me like, "Nigga, really? Obey?"
Am I supposed to be a dog? Am I supposed to be obedient?
Right.
Hey, hold on. It's in them vowels.
That's what I thought.
Obey.
It makes me feel like
it's in them vowels. Honor and obey.
Damn.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
I'm gonna honor and obey my woman sometimes.
Well, you know,
not all the time.
Hey, well, you know, in religion, they just take in and throw out what they want anyway. You know what I
mean? I'm not obeying my woman.
You ain't gonna no woman?
I'm not gonna obey no woman. No woman ain't gonna make me obey her. Well, it depends on what we doing.
How come don't no women say something during the wedding?
I don't
know. Hold on, Reverend.
Right.
I will not obey. Okay. Like, why don't all women say that? Like,
because it's the law. It's the law.
Only time you hear women say
on, what they say?
Hold on, Reverend.
Hold up.
Because that's all pageantry. A lot of that shit. I mean, a lot of that shit that's done. Like, you know, I've seen people go harder for their wedding than they've actually went for their marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the shit be over 6 months later.
I seen motherfuckers fast for 6 months to fit in a wedding dress
and be married 2 weeks.
and can't be quiet for 6 minutes to save a marriage. You know, so it's like with the wedding, that's pageantry. That's for the woman. Like some women get married just for the wedding. After that, shit, they don't plan to honor, they don't plan to obey, they don't plan for sickness or health, death do us part. Like if we say sickness, health, death do us part, why is there so many divorces? So it just lets you know that the marriage be for the wedding and the pageantry.
See, that's what need a wedding. So right backyard, it's nothing. You know, I be letting them know it's about love around.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. When it came to my actual wedding, I really didn't have an opinion on anything. Like early on,
you just had to shut up and obey.
No, I didn't obey shit. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, you did.
I don't obey. I don't do obey unless you put it on.
You just said you have an opinion.
Listen. If you let me finish, I will explain it to you. You're not going to be a very good host because you don't listen. This is why you're gonna lose your show very quickly. I'm just saying. Listen, when I say I didn't have an opinion, it was whatever you want. It's whatever you want. All you need to know is I'm wearing black, and I will be there. And that's what I said. She picked out the flowers, the colors of the bridesmaids, the church, all that. And me and my mama showed up in Minnesota and got her done. And I had on black. And that
was it.
I listen. First of all, I was working. I had a lot going on, so I wasn't about to be sitting down talking about let's look at different colors and I want some chiffons and see what you want to eat. We got chicken, yeah. We got fish, yeah. Let's have that. So when Rail says it's for the woman, I understood that. This ain't about me getting gussied up. This is about her. So it was like now the vows are supposed to be something different because if you get the counseling from the reverend before you get married, he explains to you all of that. A lot of times you just ain't listening though because you're just thinking about the wedding. But we had a very knowledgeable, wise pastor to give us our pre-marriage counseling. And he explained how the submission is supposed to be. So a man can say you're supposed to submit to me, but the Bible also says, but he has to love his woman like Jesus loved the church. And a lot of you brothers don't love your woman like Jesus loved the church. So she's not submitting. I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm just trying to tell you.
I don't never remember Jesus speaking of a church.
He loved it.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
I don't know. He loves something so much. You gotta love me that much.
Enlighten me on this, Real.
He didn't speak on the church. Paul spoke about the church, but
where was you at, KB?
Jesus went to the synagogues.
The Virgin.
Right, the synagogue and the temples.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Where was I at? What do you mean? Where was I at?
But you said you weren't there when when Jesus was talking about the church and stuff. So where were you?
I don't know. I wasn't there that day. I wasn't hanging out that day when he said it. I wasn't there. I can't say, yeah, I heard him say it. I wasn't there. I was being honest. I wasn't there. He was in Jerusalem. I was in Israel. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like that. I wasn't there.
I was in Bethlehem.
Right. Normally I'm in Bethlehem and shit when Jesus speaks. Right? Like,
I was at Ball Crib.
Right. Me and Joseph had creeped off, man. Like had some camels and rolled out. Like, I don't, come on, Sean. Like, you stupid, man.
It's almost like he was at Paul crib.
Right.
me and Ezekiel was doing a podcast in Bethlehem.
Finna go holler at Joe.
What they doing a podcast in Bethlehem?
Disciple Radio.
Oh shit!
She said, "I got a story of an example of submit." I hear you. Give us a call.
God.
Give us a call, Erica. Ruben said the Bible says wives submit. He does. Listen, here's the biggest one, and I love when somebody can give me my props. Mama Jenkins said, "KB, you are right. Been with my mate for 42 years, and yes, you got to listen and obey with a lot of things. It works both ways. Communication is the key to a healthy relationship. Respect and watch your mouth. Your tongue is a deadly weapon." Yeah, for those of you who believe in affirmations, when you start saying certain shit, you kind of speak it into existence, right? Like, so you say, "You punk motherfucker," and you bitch ass
once
nigga.
Once it comes out, it's out, right? And you can regret it and you can apologize, but you say certain shit, you know, you see the strings start to unravel in those relationships because you can't take certain shit back.
Yeah, and we were talking about the word obey, and somebody said, I heard a great man just recently told me this. I've heard it before, but it made so much sense. When you start talking about obey, somebody telling me what to do, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. So usually when you catch up to me, I'd already done what I was gonna do, and if it's fucked up, I say I'm sorry, but I'm never gonna ask you, can I do something? I don't do obey.
I understand to know, but you want women to obey. We are spouses, so we need to ask permission. We need to obey you, but you ain't got to.
Courtney, men talking right now.
You don't.
Hey, Courtney, hey, you gonna stop passing when he get to that part?
Huh?
You gonna stop passing when he get to the obey part?
No more pacifism once he right. You asking at her wedding?
I'm talking about passing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you know I ain't gonna have.
You gonna stop him when he get to that point?
I mean, you
in,
know,
in the wedding.
I'm gonna down there have like Rail or somebody there. It's gonna be real, you know.
Rail, don't say obey, nigga.
It's gonna be y'all
skip
agree
that part
with each other.
Hey, I am ordained if you need me to officiate a wedding.
There we go.
I am too. Let me officiate.
Together. Like, I ain't your child, but we gonna submit to each other and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, do the thing. Yeah.
Well, hold on. See, there we go.
Let me officiate.
Hold on. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's already divisive. Listen, I just said, and this is a man's perspective. Hold on. No, I'm just saying this is a man's perspective. Listen, but this happens all the time. He says what needs to be said most of the time. And it's a lot of times in a woman's nature to say something otherwise. She'll suggest or she'll add in. A lot of times a man just has to turn to her and say, "Hey, look, you asked me, I told you. That's it." And that's in so many words. Well, without saying that, right? Like, you know, diplomacy, right? Because to disrespect her would be wrong, but to let her know, "Hey, man, you asked me a question. This is what I want to do. If you had a solution, why did you ask me?" Secondly, I think that a man should be trusted with that, because when it comes to our personal safety, my life should be given first. Like, nobody should be able to harm them if I can stop them. If they bust up in the house and say, "Everybody lay down on their face, we tying everybody up," I got to be the one to say, "Shit, I just turned this robbery into a homicide. I got to do what I got to do to keep everybody safe." So I deserve the right for when I say, "Hey, let's go, I need for you to get in the car." I'm saying let's go for a reason. If I'm using my powers for bad, then it becomes manipulative and toxic. But I'm saying, ain't gonna be we gonna submit to each other. That's impossible. That's impossible. Somebody got to listen and somebody got to obey. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Tell us some examples of a man submitting to his woman. Do you have any examples of what that looks like for Kevin?
I don't think a man should submit to anybody.
Kevin, we're asking Rail.
Hey, I think it's.
Oh, I thought you was asking me. I'm sorry.
Asking Rail.
I think it's a form of submission if somebody else, anybody, man or woman, has a better idea, a more logical idea, and you say, "Okay, let's do that." That's a form of submission.
Yeah, women normally don't have a better idea than you.
Rail,
usually
it happens, man. It happens. You know what?
Are you saying in the Bible?
Hey, a woman told me to bottle up vitality. I listen. I submit it.
Right. But Kamar, can I tell you this? And you got that's you, and all respect to you and yours, and that's a beautiful thing.
Strokes,
but I'm saying this: she made a suggestion to you, but you had already started making the tea.
Yeah, I was making it for myself.
But she added on. She gave you a suggestion.
I may have never put that shit in the refrigerator and found out it was good cold.
That's why I said you listened. You didn't submit. Yeah. You listened. You didn't submit.
I'm saying I submitted to that idea.
Okay, you was a slave to the idea. I get it.
It was her idea. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that's a form of submission.
Okay.
I ain't talking about jumping down on your knees and begging for your life submission. You know what I mean?
I look at it like this, like so I don't really have like them like ego shits. Like shit don't make me feel less of a man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't have a problem with. I can't tell you whether I submit or not. I think I do when I let them pick where we gonna eat. Shit, I don't want no fucking. I don't be wanting to eat what they want to eat. But if you're like, you know what, that's what y'all want. All right, like I concede. I'll use that word. I concede a lot.
I like concede better than submit.
That's a better.
I like concede better than
we all don't like.
I agree. That is a better word.
I concede a lot because I look at it like this. As a man, it's my purpose and my power to serve my lady and my children. That's so. Right. Okay. So, just like how I look at it, like even like that fairy tale shit, that there was the knight that served the queen type shit. It didn't make him less. He still fuck you up, but he will fuck you up on behalf of his queen. Like I don't see that as losing power by me serving. So I look at it as I serve my household. So because I serve my household,
a king is a leader. A king is a leader.
Exactly.
A leader serves his people. A king serves his kingdom. You know what I mean?
So for that, I don't like to explain myself when I'm saying shit, because it's like, okay, everything ain't gonna have the opportunity for me to explain. So if I'm the motherfucker you fuck with, you need to be fucking with me because you trust my leadership and guidance. I can't. They say if you can't correct her, how you gonna direct her? And if you,
that's right.
And if you can't correct her, how you gonna correct her? You know what I'm saying? So all that shit ties together. I need to be able to correct you so I could direct you, and I need to be able to direct you so I could protect you. If I tell you not to bring your ass out here in some certain shit, if I tell you not to dress a certain way, we about to go somewhere. It ain't, you trying to control how I what? No. If we go somewhere, you dress a certain way, and some niggas say some shit, I'm gonna have to react, and now you putting both our lives in danger.
There you go. That's what I was saying about. That's what I was saying about.
Just for the satisfaction of feeling like you can dress however you want to dress. So I just think it's levels to the shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying about that cornball going out with Remy when she butt naked and he with her smiling. Like you ain't no good leader. But real, hold on the food thing, on the restaurant thing. But for me, the thing is this: if you the man of the family, right? 9 times out of 10, after a long day and we going out to eat, your woman want to be stress free. She wants to just chill and be taken care of. She wants you to say, we're going here to eat. And if you are the man, you know what everybody eats. So I'm not going to take you to a restaurant where they serve roast beef or Chicago beef and Chicago style hot dogs. And I know you don't eat that. I'm going to look at all the options and say, you want this, this, or this. And then she'll say, well, let's go to that one. And I say, all right, cool. But it still came from me. I didn't concede anything. I gave her some options and they were all well thought out because I'm the leader. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking shit because I hope she don't hit the steps any minute.
See, for me, I don't be wanting that shit that my kids and my lady be wanting, but they want it. You know,
I'm not going nowhere to eat. I don't want to eat at. If I don't want, I'm like, I'm not feeling that. I don't want to go. That shit be nasty. I'm not. That's why I don't do like
I ain't about to be and shit like for that. 6 motherfuckers to have. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit I be wanting, I got to get when they gone and I could buy it for myself because otherwise. That's 6 motherfuckers eating $30 meals.
You snuck off and got you a steak. Let me find out.
I will shit. I will shit.
Yeah, Kamar just posted that. That's what we do. Go eat by ourselves. Eat good.
Shit, I'll wait till the house is empty.
Go sit in the car and eat your sandwich.
Jamaican food or some shit like that.
Hey,
right. Good.
My brother, listen, I don't want to put nobody on blast, but I am. My brother, he used to do that, right? Like he had I guess about 4 kids in the house at the time. And so I would pull up at the house and he'd be sitting behind the house in his truck. And when I would pull up next to him in the car, he'd have like a wing dinner or he'd have like a sandwich. And I'd be like, yo, why you ain't eating in the house? He'd be like, because I would have had to buy everybody some shit and I had that much money. And I'm like, no, you ain't supposed to be sitting out here eating. He's like, shit, I'm gonna be full when I get in the house. I'm like, that's some cold shit. He used to do that all the time, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy everybody some food and be mad about it.
Wow, no. We're not going. I'm not going there because I'll be in there complaining, and my wife would be like, "My goodness, let's just leave."
Hey, I posted that, right? But that really ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be mad, and I still, if I go get something to eat, you know what I mean? Shit, I love you still. You know what I mean? I'm just mad at you. I'm still gonna bring something back home to eat for you.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. When you mad enough to where you don't bring that motherfucker something to eat, we got a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. You that goddamn man.
Right. And I know that with my own, because no matter how pissed off she done been, she's normally going, well, I got you, whatever. If it's everybody eating and I ain't got no plate, I'm like, damn, I really fucked up. Maybe I should submit tonight or something.
She mad as a motherfucker today.
I submit to you tonight. Be your slave for the night.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, that's a different show. Now Tiarsha's asking, she said, Kamar, explain that more because there are high caliber women that go to bars. I think I misunderstood. There we go. Thank you, Tiarsha.
Now let me explain, Kev. She said me. What you talking about?
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm talking about the hood rat slut, but I'm talking about the hood rat slut buckets who niggas know they find in the bar. You know what I mean? We always knew we could talk to them different than we could the respectable women. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I just use the bar as a place because that's where we all used to meet. You'll find a mix of everybody. So you will see them little slut buckets and you see the respectable women in the bar too. I did say that also.
You did. But there's some well-dressed women that look classy that are slut buckets as well. That's what I'm saying. You got to treat them. I allow you the space to show me who you are. I'm going to approach you the same. No matter how you're dressed, whatever, I'm going to be me. Now, you, of course, Kamar, you're after 10 minutes, I realize, oh, this one of them kind. And you move around. Or
you just start moving different. Like, oh, I could kick it like this.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, all I was saying was you understand the different types of people when you talking to them. You know what I mean? So you understand you could talk different to different people, men and women. That's all I was saying.
Ruben
hey,
says,
I gotta go.
You was gone a minute ago. You just
right. I didn't even know you were still here.
No, I was trying to post something on your page, KB, which I just posted it, and it's for families who have lost somebody to violence. This Saturday at 12, there's going to be a candlelight visual at the House of Prayer. It's on your page, KB. I'm gonna try to share in the People's News Network. Even if you haven't lost somebody, right? Which I find it really hard to believe in Milwaukee that there's nobody that hasn't been impacted by violence this year. Come out, share that space with people who need that support, man. And when you get there, you're going to see a lot of people that look like you. Okay, so that's Saturday, December 9th, man, at the House of Prayer, man. I love y'all. I got to get up out of here. Hopefully, Lord willing, man, and with the Most High's favor, I'll see y'all Monday. Same time, same place, in a better space, right? So, love y'all, man. I'm gonna bounce up out of here.
Peace.
Talk to y'all later, man.
All right. Shout out to the capo of the streets, right?
Yes,
right.
You know it.
There you go. That's my new loud sound effect, y'all. They like, we know this motherfucker. Ruben said, so is he saying different women deserve to be called the B word? I believe every woman is deserving of respect.
No, nobody
There's a time to
deserves
call
it.
anybody.
Hey, hold on, let me another disclaimer. I said when we was 19, how we thought then, y'all. Come on now. Hey, when I speak, y'all really gotta listen to my words, okay?
Agree.
Yes. Love the hot seat. Feel good to be on the hot seat, don't
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Man, there's
You know
a
what I
time
mean?
to call
Because I
anybody.
love it because I like it when people do that because I really get to reiterate what I was speaking of. You know what I mean? And I could say it again so maybe the people in the back can hear it.
There you go. Add more to it before I take it back, right, Red?
That's right.
Okay, listen, and my point was that my father, like I said, I got it from my father. He said, listen, the key to this is you always remain who you are. You remain respectful to women, and you don't go overboard and come out your character because she's pretty, but you don't get super good or disrespectful to her because she ain't as pretty. Because what you'll find is some of the girls who ain't the finest aesthetically will treat you and are better for you than this high maintenance, super fine and all that. That's superficial. Beauty's only skin deep. So he told me you treat them all the same. And Kamar, to your point, when she turned out to be that slut bag, I treated her like I treat slut bags, or I did then. I'm not talking about now. We talk about 19, y'all.
Right? Yeah, we got to keep reiterating that, man, because I feel like the people think we're talking about now.
Right, because my wife fuck around, catch a snippet of this, and be at my ass, and like, oh, you treating women like slut bags? Like, whoa, no, that wasn't
no.
You just going crazy with your little friends on your little podcast. Atlas said more brash, good gentleman, way to say it. Kev, I can dig it. We know the difference from bitches, hoes, ladies, women. I treat them all the same, Kev, but just a little different and the same. He said, I can dig it. Yeah, but I mean, you listen, I'm not gonna sacrifice myself or let anybody disrespect me. Pretty, ugly, slutty, with all kinds of morals and values. I say you approach a church woman the same way you approach a woman in the club. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Be complimentary, bust a joke, make her smile, make her laugh. You do that across the board. I ain't gonna she look like a hoe. Watch this. Hey, bitch, what's happening? Now, if she's the type who likes that, that's also something that shows me she's not for me. I don't deal with women who will respond to that. What kind of longevity we gonna have? Let's go have a baby, bitch. Okay. You in the delivery room, like, you can do it. Push, bitch. Push, hoe. Like, who wants that kind of relationship? She's laughing. Stephanie Bowles is laughing. It's funny, man. You think about it, like, I'm just a person who I treat everybody the same. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody at all. I don't try to. But Kamar, people can't push you to that level where you will say, "Bitch, what's wrong with you?" But I usually don't allow that because I'm gone.
Listen. I don't even be in spaces like that. I don't even be talking to women with the intent of getting with them. So, like I said again, I'm talking about back when I was 19.
19. Y'all heard that? He said when he was 19. That's a whole different Kamar.
God damn.
Said, why did Al Bundy and Griff go to Aunt Maddie funeral? I didn't see that one when they went to a funeral. I seen so many Married with Children, and Al and Griff was always clowning. Tyson Gossi said, Kamar Carter, obey. Oh, Tyson said the dressing room. She said the dress. Oh,
I be goddamn.
What's love got to do with it?
Hey.
Better obey.
Hey, see, I just put my foot down. Look, hey.
Right. You say, oh, Marty, yeah, out here. But when you got in the room, she hurt you bad. She said, was that book rewritten? Ewok said, Sean, right, your ass obeyed and got married. And it was not that. It was so, maybe it was not conventional the way it even happened. It wasn't like, no, marry me. You know, when it got intense is after I asked her, because I delayed it a couple times. And she was like, yo, check this out, bro. You fucking around. You gonna do the shit. And it was like that. But it wasn't even that. I think it was just, I suggested it because I had got to the point where I wanted children. So I think I might have even said, maybe we should just get married. Like, oh, would you do that? Yeah, you know what? That might be cool. So mine was different. It wasn't like, baby, would you? I didn't like get down on my knees or nothing. It was just like, no, but it was real though. It wasn't. I wasn't trying to act a certain way. It was just natural. It just was like, okay, yep, this is what we gonna do.
It was just
and it went from there.
Not sweet. That's just Kev. It sounds very Kevin. Kev.
No, it wasn't. I'm not telling anybody that I was in control, but I'm just saying it wasn't a submissive thing on either side. Because my wife will tell you in a minute, I'm not submitting to nobody. I done tried to do that Bible thing with her and got shut down quick. Like, you don't even go to church. Shut your ass up. Like, you don't believe in shit. Keep doing smoke weed and drink beer. Fuck out of here. Like, she didn't say it like that, but she shut me down with the submission shit. So I don't even expect no submission. I'd be surprised. Like, you all right? Like, that was a little too easy. Shit. Atlas says, so you submitted and obeyed her setting up of ceremony and you wore black? Yeah, this is what I said I was gonna do. I'm wearing black. No matter what else anybody else wear, I'm wearing black. Where the church gonna be at? You just tell me the address and I'll show up. So it wasn't like she was like, no, you're gonna have your ass here. She was like, well, this is the church I got. You like it? I'm like, what? If you like it, it's cool. I wasn't no submission. Or y'all tell me, maybe I was submitting. Maybe I was soft as fuck and didn't know.
The fact that you didn't say you whatever you want, just go ahead. Yeah, your ass submitted to whatever she wanted to do. Yeah, because
I didn't really have time I was working. I had a lot going on. I didn't have time to be and she was in Minnesota and I was here.
Let's just have some accountability. And yes, I submitted to my woman at the time. Just let's be accountable and just accept that. We don't do submission. I submit to my woman.
I'm a Barnes. I don't submit to anybody. My name is Kunta Kinte. I'm never Toby. You're gonna have to beat me to death, master. Go ahead, come on.
No, I was just saying, man, I think, you know what I mean? It's just different levels to it. Submission is a bad word. Like we said, concede or concede, you said. You know what I'm saying?
And then I said that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna let you do this and you go ahead and knock it out. I ain't even no questions asked. My hands up to it. You know what I mean? Hey.
I'm feeling like we agreeing, but I'm also feeling like you saying I submitted too. I think it seems like you calling me soft
too. Because we are really, you know what I mean? Okay. It's just it's a perspective thing. You know what I mean? It's this word submit connected to it all. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking everything.
I just like how you just summed up to me. Well, Kev, you actually are a simp and you actually submitted to your wife.
I ain't calling you no simp either.
It sounded like
I mean, it was a man in that situation. You want your woman to be happy. She want to do this. Go ahead, knock it out.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
What I mean?
Yeah. No, baby, go ahead. Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why I say it's just levels to it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you better in this role. You know what I mean? You set it up. You better in that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is you do in the house, Kev, you do that. You better in that. You take the lead in that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think most women possess the magic to be able to make you think you're in charge sometimes. I think that's how you know when your woman is the girl for you.
That's a good woman there, boy.
You feel like you standing on shit and you running shit, and then you really realize that she really is.
Man, that was her idea. Like,
she's the whole CEO, and your ass walking around with your chest poked out, right? Like women, you're like, damn, you look around and shit, you go to her, hey, how I pay this? You don't even know how to pay your own bill? What the fuck, man? Like, oh yeah, tough guy. I get it. I get what y'all saying. I'm not gonna never admit that shit though. Pinky say shit. That nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Goddamn it. She said, "Not Bethlehem, man." I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Far back to the chat. Oh my God.
He said, enlighten us, Rail. Tiarsha was talking about enlightening us because Rail was spitting fire. He's spitting hot fire, right? You got to be able to protect you, to respect you, and I reject you and eject you, I elect you and select you. Boy, made Pimpin' Ken look like a mumble mouth fool. Erica said you used to obey with children so that if they grow up to respect, obey with children so they grow up to respect and obey their parents. They live an honorable life to teach the next generation. You know, obey might be bad to tell your kids too, to use that word and say, you got to obey me. I would say you got to do what I say while you're living under my roof. But I also have to raise you with the understanding that one day you'll be on your own. So you have to understand consequences and repercussions and accountability and how you make decisions, right? That's what the ass whooping is supposed to teach you, consequences and repercussions.
To the children, but we want to say obey to our spouse. I'm not understanding.
I don't sleep with my children. I sleep with my wife.
Look up the definition now. I'm going to look up the definition. So the meaning of obey is to follow the commands or guidance of. So yes, you do want your children to follow the commands, but when it comes to your spouse, you want them to follow the guidance of. But also, when it came to the wedding, you followed the guidance of your wife, which means you obeyed in that moment.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know where you got your definition. I'm not gonna give you any sound effects for coming from my throat, right? Like I'm not gonna applaud somebody shooting at me. Listen, I don't know how y'all want to phrase this and frame this shit, but I didn't. It wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like people say, "Well, you went to the church, you showed up." It was like we mutually agreed to do it. I wasn't commanded to do anything. I'm pretty sure if my wife came down here right now and you say, she'll say, you can't tell him shit. I don't tell him what to do. He does whatever he wants to do. I'm pretty sure she'd say that to you. But behind that also is her knowing that I listen to her. So if she makes a suggestion or let me know something's bothering her or she don't want to do it, I'm going to respect it. But I'm not obeying nobody.
I said the commands. The children follow the commands or guidance of. And when it came to the wedding, you followed the guidance of your wife.
You still on that? I thought we had moved on. You know what? Let me give you one just to make you feel. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's for you, Courtney. That's for Courtney. Congratulations, Kev submitted on his wedding day. She said the lies. Stephanie Bowles said the lies. Mama Jenkins said the man got the head. What are we talking about now? I don't know.
Teach the women, Mama Jenkins. Teach the women.
The man got the
head. She teaching.
That's so Mama dangerous.
Jenkins teaching.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Mama Jenkins is dangerous. Ticey says, take Kev's microphone. Nah, I'm just saying, once again, I think strong people tend to attract each other, right? So I don't live with a woman who I tell what to do. I wouldn't want to. I don't live with a woman. I'm not married to a woman who I dictate to and tell, get your ass over there and sit down. Or shut your ass up. I don't even, because she's the type of woman to know when two men are talking. She know how to say, hey, I'm going to let them talk. That's two men talking. I ain't got no business, putting my mouth all up in it. Because she's that type of woman is why I guess I conceded and went to the wedding. But so I don't have to worry about that. And she's not gonna tell me, she ain't gonna turn this motherfucking car around and take me home. She's not gonna do that because that's not how we talk to each other. So it ain't really about obey. When I say obey, I mean it's just like if I say, hey, I don't think we should do this or that. And she said, well, I think we should do it. And it mess up. Then when you come back and be like, hey, help me, I'm like, no, because I told you don't do it. Right? I'm probably still gonna help. But I'm gonna remind you, didn't I say we shouldn't do this shit? I told you, right? This is why you need to listen to your man and obey. I said that lower than I was talking before. He said, Ernest stupid. Dre said men submit by taking care of their families and responsibilities. Really? Is that submission or is that responsibility? I don't.
Both.
I didn't have to submit to anybody to take care of my kids.
It's so bad.
I think it is. I think that's another form of it. Again, submit is a bad word. You know what I mean?
I look at a submission to my calling and my purpose.
Right.
I don't. Y'all keep using that word. I was trying to get Courtney in. Did she drop? These motherfuckers keep cutting me off. I hope not. Everybody got to get uniform microphones, headsets.
It's like
so everybody can be heard.
It's like it really ain't her that you submitting to. You know what I mean? You submitting to your purpose.
Ewok, you're wrong. He said that I think they all simps, and Ticey agreed with it like he really do. No, that's not. No, not at all. first of all, your thing works for you. If it's working, man, have at it.
Right.
Because we are like we're all unique individuals, right? And everybody has things they like and that they don't like, and they have mannerisms and they have their demeanor and how they move and their attitude. And if you find somebody that's compatible with that, then you rock with them. But I'm not gonna criticize what works for somebody else. I'm not gonna look over in that man relationship and say, "Oh man, dude, look at dude." Unless he called me on some simp shit, like, man, she kicked me in my ass and pushed me down the stairs. I'm like, damn, dog over there getting kicked down the stairs. Now you a simp to me, and I know that don't make it no better. So she's like, point proven, right? Take his microphone. She said, so is a queen. Stephanie said, okay, Rail. I think they still responding to you popping your peas, Rail. That was a pretty classic moment. Said I said certain words shouldn't be used when I called in.
I appreciate that.
Courtney said, if you can't correct her, how you gonna direct her? Pimping. Yeah, you need the gator. You need your gator sandals out for that one, Rail. You need your with your good smoking jacket, right?
Right.
She said you only had 3 choices out the gate, Kev. Jacking ass. Nah. What was my choices? It just wasn't the way people would make it be. I didn't feel like anything was submissive. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no bowing down. I'm not a syrupy, I'm not a sappy guy, right? I usually don't operate off emotion. I try to be as logical as I can. So with that, it was the same thing. I wasn't overly simpish, like I wasn't crying and shit and all that. I didn't do none of that soft shit. It was just like, yo, you want to get married? Yeah. All right, well, cool. We could do it, right? I'm a lie. Carl Pfeiffer, shout out to Cuz. You about to be a podcaster now. Cuz you ain't tell me you got a show coming. You ain't even holler at your man. You ain't holler at your man, Bose. He said you got to go. What up, Mike? How you doing, my brother? How you doing, man? Mike, shout out to you. Tiarsha said, okay, thank you, Kamar, for your explanation. Ewok said, Kev, remember I said you can't talk to them the same. Talk and treat are 2 different things. I think you can talk to them the same. I don't think you can treat them the same. I think you need to not treat everyone the same, but I definitely think you need to talk to people the same. Like, it needs to be respectful. You need to approach people with some respect and say, hey, how you doing, brother? Like, when you see a dude who's so hard he can't even really speak and shit, like, just like something wrong with that dude. Who hurt your feelings? She said, I understood what you were saying, Kamar, because you explained it. Kev just got to my question 30 minutes later. You're right. When that shit be flowing, I get behind in this chat room, man. I'm trying to tell you. She said, so y'all was slut buckets when y'all was 19. I don't like that. Now, that's Tyson, Kamar. So you need to get your woman. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't listen. I'm not saying I was a slut bucket.
No, I wasn't a slut bucket. No.
I'm saying I only knew I wasn't going to get in a relationship when I was 19. So it was I was open and honest with any woman that, like, I'm not trying to be your boyfriend. Like, so that's what I meant by that. Not that I would just walk around saying, give me some. I wasn't puffy or nothing. I just was not, and I was immature to a certain degree. You got to understand that. So I wasn't even thinking like, no, you need to even be more tactful and more respectful. But the fact of the matter is, I wasn't like, yeah, bitch, give me some ass or nothing like that. It was just like, yo, this is what I'm on. And I had females say, well, shit, well, I ain't fucking with you if that's all you trying to do. And you say, cool, no harm, no foul. I'm not, oh, bitch, you ain't giving me none. Fuck you. Like, no, it wasn't even that serious. She said a man without a plan fails to plan. That's right. And a man without a plan can't tell a woman shit because she's going to ask you a million questions and you're going to just end up confused. She said, I trust you're going to make a good decision. There you go. She should be able to trust that you will make the right decision. Mike said it's not submission. It's not conceding. It's compromising. That might be the word of the night that nobody used. Compromise. I like that word, Mike. That's a beautiful one. She said, come on, Courtney Francois. I don't know. Courtney's gone. They saying good job. On the restaurant decision, you only have 3 choices: chicken or beef or seafood. Well, see, okay, there we go. I thought she was talking about I only had 3 choices in whether or not to get married. No, because I'm caught up now. I'm caught up with my chat room. So, but I can tell you this. That's why I said, as a man, when we're going out to eat, I know my wife doesn't eat beef. I know she doesn't eat pork, right? I know she eats fish, chicken, and turkey, and she likes seafood. So when I pick a restaurant, there has to be something that we all eat there that she likes. So when I say, hey, well, let's just go to X, you say, okay, we can do that because that works for everybody. I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna go, I don't care if they don't got no chicken. Get your ass a burger then. I'm not gonna even suggest that because I know she don't eat beef. So it's like, nah, we gotta go. And if they do serve steak, do they have chicken or some seafood that you like? Yeah, okay. So yeah, no, ain't no the man usually make the choice. And I tell you what, if I keep saying, well, what you want, my wife will get frustrated. Like, man, just pick a place, dude. Like, come on, man. You don't know what you want to eat. I'd be like, I'm trying to consider yo. They're like, no, just pick somewhere. I'm like, oh, okay. Shit. But I'm still gonna make that decision based on it being compatible with her too. Mike, you are entirely right. Compromising. He wrote it in large capital letters. Compromise. Yeah, let's put obey and submit, even though let's put those words to bed and start using the word compromise. Because I think that's what a relationship is about. You're right, Mike. See, OGs have the knowledge, man. They know the directions. They just don't got the leg work to go. Right. So compromise. And I would say, even with when you say my wedding or me getting married, it was a decision to say my compromise is, if I don't have to be stressed out about planning shit, I'm willing to do what you ask to be done that I can do, or have it set up the way you want it. So I compromise. Because if I was really tripping on it, then I'd have been like, no, I don't want that color. I don't want that flower. I always felt like that was a woman's job anyways. I don't know. Y'all hit me up. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I didn't do no cake tasting or none of that. Like, it was just like, but it was, once again, she was over there and I was over here. Did y'all see this video going around of the young Kia boys pulling up on the police? It's all over Facebook. It's in the People's News Network. The Kia boys, man, some youngsters in the stolen whip pull up on the police, just talking cash shit to them. And we got switchies and all this shit, and they smash off, swerving and shit down the street. And I've seen several videos where they go around the police.
Yeah, I've seen some of that shit.
Yeah, and it's like, have you ever wondered when you hear about these accidents or when you see these things happening, like, what's up with the police? And so the police are not chasing them in certain cases, I guess, or when they do. So youngsters have gotten so disrespectful now that they ride up to the police. Fuck y'all, fuck 12, bitch ass nigga. And we got switchies in here, and then smash off, and the police just like, all right, whatever. I don't know.
I don't want no trouble with them switches.
Damn. So if the police,
yeah, really. I mean, look at them, man. That's what it is. Shit, they ain't sweating it.
Damn.
They don't want that. Grr.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, you would. Damn. So if the police say, imagine our safety is really in jeopardy. If the police is like, fuck that, we don't want that smoke, we fucked.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Got to be a better way. MPD. And there's enough chases where we've seen that the youngster who was involved in the horrific chase on Capitol, where the school bus got hit and a 3-year-old was injured along with 5 other people, I guess. You've seen that, and he was charged, but they said he was running from the police. So at what point do the police initiate the chase? Is it just because they had their phones out that the police was like, I'm not falling for it? Or did the police really feel like my life is in danger, this carload of youngsters, and they probably do got switchies in there, just roll up on me? I'm trying to figure it out from the police's perspective.
Shit, I'm trying to go home.
Okay.
Trying to make it home. I mean, let's be honest, man.
That's not a good attitude for police.
I think
no.
and then listen to in like a homicide or something like that in Chicago. I think I read.
You said what?
I said I think I read in the article it was saying like that car might have been involved in a Chicago homicide or something.
Really?
So maybe that's why they engaged it. But I don't know. I think I read that that it they said the police tried to pull him over because they seen that the car was wanted in Chicago or something like that. And then I think that's when it turned into a chase. Cause I think they said it started on like 90 something in Thurston.
Okay. And this is the one on Capitol that flipped the school bus.
They hit the bus, yeah. And then I think they said it was another adult and a 3-year-old in the car with the guy. And the guy got out and ran, but was caught later on in the article.
Yeah, so, on his picture, his forehead is busted like a paper bag.
Yeah, they was naming the charges he getting charged with. And one of them was like reckless endangerment of a minor.
3 felonies.
Yeah.
Mike said true. Weddings are what a woman dream about. I don't know too many men that dreamt about their wedding day. I surely didn't. And I honestly didn't see it coming. I never seen it coming because it just happened. Like I said, it happened so naturally that I was just like, oh, it's like an aha moment. I was like, oh, you know what? This makes sense. So yeah, I wasn't never thinking about, man, they're gonna be playing Jagged Edge in the background. Meet me at the altar in your all white dress. It wasn't.
I just went to the courthouse. I wasn't about to be cashing out for no one day, paying for one day for years and shit.
I also didn't pay. I think that might have to do with a lot of why I was like whatever, because I didn't pay. So I mean, I paid for rings and stuff, but I didn't. No, I wasn't. No, my shout out. That's what I'm saying. My mother-in-law
falls on the father-in-law. So it's usually the father of the bride that's supposed to actually pay for the wedding.
Yeah. Well, shout out to my mother-in-law, man. Shout out to it was just her birthday, by the way. Shout out to Mother Cole. She was phenomenal. Her and Elder Kelly Brown, who raised my wife, and obviously her mother did, but her pastor too. And that's what I'm saying. We got this super old school pre-counseling before we got married, and it was really like, do you know what you're doing? Do you understand? And both of us saying yeah, and he said no, you have no idea. let me tell you what this is about to do. It's about to try you inside and out. We was like, huh? And we figured that out over the last 20-some years. Exactly what he said was real. About to test you. He said, I said not to use certain words on my call, and finally you get somebody else the credit for what I said. Well, Mike said compromise. Ewok, I don't know. I thought his was better. I'm sorry. Mike said compromise. That sounds better than obey or submit. To me, that don't sound better to y'all. But you're right, Mike. When it comes to dealing with a woman, you got to hold your own if it comes down to it. You got to hold your own. Because she will dominate you if you let her. Yeah. I got what we got. We got 9:42. Damn, it's so much I had on here that I wanted to talk about. Because I was looking at an article that talked about 88. Well, no, this is good news, and I'm glad I looked at my talking points. They are about to stop charging single fathers for the birth of their children if they are actively, I guess, and I don't know how they'll find this out, but if they're actively or involved in their child's life, they're going to stop making you pay back the state insurance. And they're already doing it in another state. And I should have that written down, but I don't because I'm dyslexic. But they're going to bring this to Milwaukee now and say, they're going to stop. Because normally if you're not married to your woman and she don't have good insurance, you got to pay that back. A lot of brothers don't know that. So you locked in the debt already. And you don't know, especially if you're a youngster, you just having a child, you don't know, like, what, I got to pay that shit back? Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad though. I'm glad. She said, let the show go to 11. Oh my God, TR, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that to people like till 11. I think 2 hours and 2.5 hours sometimes is enough, even though I leave stuff off, but we'll get to it. So yeah, be on the lookout if you have, but I think they said it's births before 2020. They're going to stop charging people payback. I don't know how they're going to write that debt off. Also, you need to pay attention. This is where we start talking about politics, is political season, how these judges and how our legislation behaves, because they are now reviewing the abortion ban in Wisconsin. And there was a judge who came along and reviewed this supposed 1849 law that made abortion illegal in Wisconsin and said, well, he wasn't talking about abortion. He was talking about infanticide or I'm sorry, feticide. feticide, and that's a man doing something to a woman to make her lose the baby. That was illegal. And he said, well, abortion is legal. Then in Wisconsin again. And I didn't know Planned Parenthood had resumed giving
I thought they had brought it back like months ago.
Yeah, I just caught up to it because they were talking
okay.
about today they're going to appeal the decision. And, but when I start talking about the judges, because we got to understand these judges, these conservative judges that we have, we vote for politicians and representatives, senators and congressmen and aldermen, but we don't think about the judges who actually make the laws, who really pass or veto, strike down the laws, and they make legal precedents that affect us every day. It affects our, like this whole thing with critical race theory and how they're attacking us is being backed by conservative white judges. That's why so many states are able to get this pushed through. And we got a Republican control legislation that just they're old white people and they make decisions on our back. That's why justice ain't justice in Wisconsin. We gotta be watching that. Did y'all see this trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6?
Not yet. I seen pieces of it where it was just showing like how it showed. It was saying like this is how Grand Theft Show Miami or some shit like that. It looked kind of real.
It's ridiculously. I'm telling you, I have to admit I've always been a Grand Theft Auto dude. Like I play missions on games. So my son is like, why are you always playing a mission game, like a story game? I usually just play the missions and be done with it. I don't go through all the side shit. But this shit looks like a movie. Like it supposedly it leaked, so they just went ahead and said we just gonna release it then. Man, this looks, and the story is supposed to be, this is gonna be the first time a female was a lead character. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing, where this man and this woman get into, this whole scenario. So is it gonna be obeying or is it gonna be submitting? Right? Like, and she's saying to him in the trailer, I just need for you to trust me and let me do what I do. And he says, okay. So I that ain't for nothing. I just thought that the technologies, because the video games, like sometimes I get weird stuff on Facebook and I get these clips of classic video games, Kamar, that we spent hours on, like Madden back in the days. You remember how we used to sit around and play Madden and NBA Live for hours? Brothers betting, doing whatever. And I look at them games now and I be like, that shit was horrible. Compared to what they got now, it's like Tecmo Bowl, right? Like that shit was bad, man. And we just used to sit there and just be locked in for hours, man. Like brothers used to get it in on Madden to the point where almost fighting, like dog, like $10 a game and shit like that. So I'm looking at it now like that shit was so horrible. My son played Madden now, and it ain't nothing like what we play.
Nothing like we used to do.
Yeah. He has I bought him the next gen Xbox XS or S. That's the latest one that he has, and man, them games is on a whole other level. Hell, I'm playing RoboCop like a big ass kid, walk around shooting people. So yeah, but the Grand Theft Auto shit's coming, man. It's coming. And if you think this last shit led kids astray, when they get this shit in their hands, oh my god, they're gonna be blown away.
I just want them to bring back Midnight Club, man. Like that's like they put all their time and money into Grand Theft because they got the online community that they can continue to get your bread with, by the buyable add-ons. But I want them to bring that old Midnight Club racing car game back where I can customize my cars and shit.
Midnight, damn, I forgot all about that shit.
Man, I miss Midnight Club Dub Edition. Shit.
Did y'all also hear about the accusations? Jonathan Majors, the black actor, right, who was Kang in Ant-Man, and he had done all these movies because I watched him in what's the joint on HBO, the black science fiction. We talked
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft Country. Yeah, he was in that. And then he got accused of beating this white girl that he was dealing with, and his career has been in a flux ever since. But I guess they're going to trial now. So it comes out allegedly that he would make her dress up and act like Michelle Obama and what was the other one? I don't want to say Oprah, or
No,
like he
not
would.
Oprah. I remember that. Not Oprah.
It wasn't. I was gonna say Harriet Tubman. Kamar, you know I'm fucked up.
Man, I can't think
Nah,
of it either.
I gotta find it because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Like, because I don't know, Kamar, if you remember, months ago when this all first happening, we said this dude, he looks like a weirdo though. Like, I said he looked weird. Because remember how he was dressed at the award ceremony, and I'm like, why is this dude dressed like he musty? He looked like he was musty. But he makes. I guess he was into role play. So let me find it because I know it. One of them was Michelle Obama. He has the white girl, and so okay, here we go. He said girlfriend where he allegedly demanded her to behave like Coretta Scott King.
Coretta Scott. That's what it was.
How does this look? Like, what do you tell the white girl to do to make her perform like Coretta Scott?
I wish I could see the video. Well, did she say she was recording it? Or she used to just make her do it? I wish I was a fly on the wall, man, sometimes.
Well, yeah, they said she played the recording in court where he was demanding her. Why is this recorded? There's so many questions here. Like, we talk about submission and all this kind of stuff. Coretta Scott King, he had a white girl, and like Megan Good. So he dates Megan Good now, they say. And who is he making her act like? I guess people say, why you all in that man business? But I just think that's funny that you got a white girl and you say, now you got to act like Michelle Obama tonight. How does she act like Michelle Obama? What does she do?
Right. What does she do?
Bro, you into that kink type stuff. How could this look like? Is this a real like dress up?
How Michelle Obama act?
I don't think this is kink. Maybe he was saying like, I need you to hold me down like Coretta and Michelle. Like, I don't know if it was sexual. I mean, that's if they in the role play, I guess they just in the role play. But I thought he was just asking her to, I don't know what the context is.
You're right, because it doesn't say sexually. I assume that it says he's demanding her to behave.
Yeah, like, hey, you seen how Coretta held down Martin? No,
okay.
Like, maybe he said something like that. It could have been an argument or some shit. And he like,
ain't no freaky deep.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean,
my little nasty self assumed that
if he wanted her to dress up like that, I don't know what kind of costume that would call for, but that's.
I don't even think that's the case. I totally misfired
what would they say?
That.
Like, what would she say?
That's my own twisted mind. They did
Martin,
right? Call me Martin. I know it probably ain't even sexual at all. You're right. Thank you, Real, for getting me back on the right track.
That's all good.
Nobody knows where your nose goes when the door is closed. And it ain't their business, man. It's not their business, man. We grown men be out here, talking about what you do, and then you get mad when somebody says something about it. If you have a college degree, and I hope this is still a requirement. MPS right now is looking for substitute teachers. So if you want to get involved, if you've always wanted to be a teacher, or if you want to work with young people, I would say go ahead and apply. The way I became a school teacher was I started out as a sub. They were hiring for substitute teachers because they had a teacher shortage. Once I got in, and of course I had good classroom management skills and whatnot, and so I had a principal to say, "Hey, you want to fill in a vacancy?" Say, "Yeah." Well, I got to get you a license to teach, and then for my whole time I was with them for 6 years, I was always in a vacancy. So that's how I became a school teacher. So, and I would tell people if you're looking for an entry level position like that, because one thing is for sure. Our kids are in trouble. They need to see more black men. Don't get me wrong. Being a substitute teacher can be a challenge because you know how kids are when they see they got a sub, right? I've dealt with some kids where when I first started and I was doing day to day and I was young, I still had gold in my mouth, right? Like, and I would go and I would still dressing like them and shit. Still had the caddy on rims and wearing a gold chain. And they was like, who is this motherfucker, right? Like, they used to rib me as soon as I used to walk through the door. Until they realized that Mr. Barnes can rib too. Then it became like, oh, he cool. We like him. And most schools I went to said, well, you should just be our sub. So even if you ain't got a class, you just chill in the lounge until somebody needs, I did that too. But yeah, the kids, they fuck with subs, man. They get with you. Erica Hunt said, "Dang, I missed the end of the show." Well, we ain't there yet, but we heading there. Like my mom used to say, like 90 going north. It is the weekend coming up. Mr. Carter, I know this is busy season for you. What you got going, man?
Friday, I'll be with the Black Chamber of Commerce at the second annual pitch contest. So they call it, actually, it's the Black Diversity Gala or something like that. Black Business Diversity Gala or something like that. I forgot the exact words, but I do know it's the pitch contest. $10,000 first place prize, $7,000 second place prize, and $3,000 third place prize. That money really hits your account, y'all. Y'all better get with the Chamber of Commerce. I ain't just jacking. I don't work for them. I just know that money real. And they giving it out.
Wow. Well, I still didn't get my wine. I hope you still got some. Because you know what? I'm kind of setting the mood. Lately, I've been wanting what's the cigars called? The Monte Cristo. I've been wanting to give me a nice Monte Cristo and some wine and just kind of sit back and vibe out a little bit, listen to some, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I make cigars too, but mine is the Delta 8 CBD cigars, but they in a 5-gram King Palm sleeve.
Okay, I don't know what none of that means, but it sounds like that's one I should have. So you got some of them on hand too?
Yeah, if you want one.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of them, and I'm gonna get a bottle of wine from you. I'm gonna come get with you. Like I said, I've been just thinking, like, man, I just want to puff a little bit and sip. Just
and you can inhale these.
Okay. I know I've smoked cigars in the past, and the one thing you don't want to do is inhale it because your ass will be earling. But I have an uncle who has always smoked cigars and he's always inhaled. I'm like, I don't know how he does it because he will puff that motherfucker. But so yeah, I'm gonna come check you out for that. What you got? Anything other than what you got going? It's cold outside.
Oh man, right now just looking into creating a sales funnel for my products. So creating a sales funnel, and then also my lady is about to be a travel agent, so she about to do her own travel agency business. So I've been, looking into that with her, seeing how much it's gonna cost to start up and stuff like that. So she'll be doing travel agency soon, and I'll be grabbing clients for her so that she can run it up from home.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, man. My son, he's sick, but my weekend would have started with his basketball game. I don't think he's gonna play this week. I think he's under the weather. So I won't. This weekend will be real chill for me. But my baby girl will be home next weekend. For Christmas. She's a semester away from graduating from the University of Minnesota. Give it up for her. Right. And I'm gonna be happy to see her. I haven't saw her. I haven't been, it's been since the summer. She's been up there getting her adult on. So she'll be home, but that's next week. This weekend, it ain't really shit. I am really putting it on my calendar to go and see Eddie Silas. I got to get to Prolific Arms.
Hey, you know what? I got to too, because I'm ready to get some big boy shit, and I don't know if I should get 5.56 or 2.23 for the crib.
You know what? We can have that discussion, you and I, but I think Ed being there would even add more validity to it.
Right.
You might should roll with me. I don't know what your time look like.
Okay, I'm free Saturday, Sunday. I'm getting locked up or retwisted, so I'm free Saturday though.
Saturday, I gotta da. I don't think I have anything right now, unless I'm told what to do and then I have to obey.
Right.
So let's plan for Saturday, and I'm gonna hit him and make sure he's there because
just let me know.
Small differences between the 223 and the 5. I
was just gonna stick with 9s and just get a carbine so that I could just keep 9s, but
right.
I think I need something bigger to put in that break-in case emergency glass and shit.
Right, well, like you talk to Eagle Eye Shaw and he'll tell you, like, you don't even need all the extra. 9mm is all you'll ever need. Like,
okay, yeah.
That's where Trigger Happy TV is gonna come in.
Come with it.
Because we'll be talking about calibers and how talking about recoil and control, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Listen, I I just wore this hoodie. My wife made it last year. Y'all can't really see it because I got logos or whatnot in the way, but it says we are sons, fathers, uncles, nephews, grandsons, brothers. We are somebody in relation to the black man. I think black men right now, we have a very, very, very precarious position because we are right on the tip of really being able to grab a hold to our everything that's great about us and be the greatest version of ourselves. There's a lot of enlightened brothers who are sharing a lot of powerful information, living in ways that you can be inspired by, speaking words that you can listen to. But then there's a lot of brothers who are teetering on right on the verge of destruction, right? And our relationships are very, very fragile with black men and black women. I get the social media part of it. I get the hype of it. But this is a year where I've seen more black man, black woman slander than I've ever seen. And I get that there are powers that be that kind of put this information out to keep it, the cycle perpetuating. And I just want to say to us, like black men and black women, realize that we all have something good in us, right? Like, and so you can be what you want to be. It sounds like a cliche, but you actually have a lot more control over who you are than people think because it's about intentions. And I think if people start intending to do right, intending to better themselves, intending to operate with some sort of integrity, I'm not saying you're going to be perfect, and I ain't saying it's an overnight thing, but if you change your intentions, you'll notice things will start to get better in your life overall. Because when you stop trying to fuck people over, trying to manipulate people, trying to exploit people, that goes back to that thing we just discussed about karma. The less bad karma you have, because we all going to have to deal with something, but when your intentions are good, you don't have as much bad karma lurking in the shadows behind you. And so I just want to encourage black people, man, to start loving, not to think about just love yourself, but love who you are, but also be more intentional on doing things good and love being intentional. Like start to love and cherish being good as opposed to fuck it. The name of the show was hard. I didn't even go into what I really want to talk about with our mentality in terms of being hard. What's real? Who's real? What makes you real? I didn't even go into it. I just let the conversation go. We'll retouch it. But I want everybody out there, man, to realize they got some good in them. So wherever you at in the process, it's never too late to start trying to get back on the right side of things. That's why I say, a person might be a slut bucket today, but you never know what journey they're on to get up out of that, right? Because whatever Kamar and myself were when we was 19, which was obviously a less mature, less informed, and less knowledgeable form of who we are today, it had to be a point where we decided to change directions and go a different way. Or else we still be them 19-year-old, well, you'd be a 58, a 48-year-old slut bucket now, which exists, whatever works for you. I just try to tell people, man, we just at least have to try to be better. A lot of times I'm watching my people and I'm saying, y'all ain't even trying. You're not even trying. I get what you're saying about white people. I get the system. I get everything that ails you, but you're not even trying. How did we say that one night when we found out that Cavalier Johnson had was Milwaukee on his knees to Madison? Nigga, did you at least even pinch the bitch? Right? Did you fight back? Are you even trying? So try, man. Try to be a better person, man. Try to be responsible. Try to be accountable. Try to take care of your family. Try to do something for somebody. The holiday season ain't about giving gifts. It's about doing a spirit of doing for somebody else as opposed to yourself. That's all. The soapbox is over. I'm back to my bullshit. Fuck it. I'm low vibrational, all that good shit. Peace to the streets. And I'm trying to sound thugged out. I don't know if your criticism of the community outweighs your contribution to the community, you should be removed from the community because you, my friend, are a coon. I will see y'all Monday, man. Peace and love, man. Love y'all brothers, man. It's always a pleasure, right? Peace. See y'all Monday. I'm coming to get my stogie and my wine, Rel. I'm gonna hit you up.
For sure. Yeah.
All right.